Last time, you all set sail on the Big Fin, bound for the secret docks of Cantrove. The journey hasn't proved too challenging thus far, and you all even managed to fend off some pirates. Shortly after, Grook had an interesting conversation with Jim Castover, learning that he is a known pirate with the nickname the Dragon Scourge. He told Grook to keep that a secret, and thus far Grook has complied. The next day, Jim decided to reveal a bit more about himself and who he really is, this time to Finnegan. He told Finn that he had been on the ship before, while it were captained by the pale, bald demon captain. He revealed that once on board the ship for a parley, he recognized something that he didn't like: slavery. And he told you that he shot the captain and made off with several of the slaves on board, including Finn's mother. Now with some heavy information gained and at least 3 more days of travel to Cantrove, you all man your positions and await whatever may come next. So, we're opening on... Let's see... Yeah, with 3 days of travel left, making this your... What is it? Your 5th day. You started with 10 days of food. You now have 5 days of food.
The larder is starting to look pretty bare.
Half empty. But only 3 days of travel should all go well to Cantrove.
It'll be fine. Look at that.
Just fine. Just fine. So I think we left off just with Jim Castover having told you that...
Yeah, my jaw's on the floor.
Yeah, that your mother is alive and aboard a ship somewhere.
Just a ship somewhere.
His ship. You were told that she works for him.
Yeah, that's right.
After getting off. He has not disclosed any of the information as to where the ship might be or anything like that, but apparently she works for him and is alive and has been making attempts to find you, but with time passing, it apparently has been getting harder and harder for her to go to land and go to populated cities for reasons that he hasn't exactly disclosed, but you get an idea. Yeah, I think that's about it. I think that's where we leave off.
Okay. Well, I think I need to sit down.
I think you are currently sitting. I think we're currently in the captain's quarters.
Yeah, I'm still gonna say that.
Okay. He says, "I take a moment."
So, where is she?
Well, presumably, she's aboard my ship. I hope. It's where I left her. If not, then she's on, what was the name of that island? She is on the island of...
How do you spell that?
Yep.
Yeah, I've heard of that island. It's good music.
She's, if she's not on the ship, then she's on the island of Dark Toe.
Dark Toe.
Dark Toe.
T-O-W or T-O-E?
T-O-W.
That's what I was
Dark
thinking.
Toe. Dark Pete's. No, it's a Dark Toe. Dark T-O-W. Like an undertow.
And where's your ship? If you have a ship.
Presumably docked on the island of Dark Toe. Where your mother would be on one of those places.
I really appreciate you
Not
bringing it down to my level.
not a problem.
Bringing it down Barney style, so to speak. Future conversations are going to be held through puppets.
Yeah. Wow. So,
If I remember right, he asked Garuk about Dalrin as well,
Yes.
right? Okay. Jim Castover leans in and he says, "So, I've given you some information about someone you possibly care about, and I was hoping maybe you could give me some information on someone I'm interested in fighting."
okay. Such as.
Your friend Garuk has informed me that you all have done some work for Dalrin Bordeaux.
In the past.
It's not so much him I'm interested in, but it's more about the company he keeps.
Mainly.
I know about the Minotaur.
I've heard about a Minotaur.
Everyone knows about the Minotaur.
Yeah.
It's a hard secret to keep. He's fucking big.
He is big.
There's a sorceress in his employ. Is there not?
Oh man, it's been so long. I was just so focused on the Minotaur.
Make a deception check.
Ooh. 4.
Smooth as glass.
Yeah, okay, well, I didn't roll a 1, so he looks at you and he says, "You'd remember this one. She'd be the one that gave you the tattoo.
I'm just like,
You did work for Dalrin, didn't you?
yes,
Then you got the tattoo.
it was out of necessity.
How is she?
Fine. As fine as could be, I guess.
She doing well? She
Well is a deep subject.
thriving? She make money? Does she live in squalor? How is she? I'd like to know. Tell me.
I mean, you know who Dalrin Bordeaux is.
I do. Which
You
is
think
why
he
I
would
have to
let-
ask.
Do you think he would let someone in his entourage not thrive?
I have my opinions about Dalrin.
Well, Dalrin has always taken care of us.
Let me make sure this is still recording.
We were playing during a literal tornado warning.
Yeah. Seems fine.
Indiana.
We are playing during.
Oh, just hanging out in
I
a
mean,
cornfield.
we're in a basement where we should be.
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
This
No,
is
as long as
proper.
the ceiling's
Everything is
there, we're
fine.
good.
He just kind of nods. He says, "Right, right." Would you like to see your mother?
Yeah. That's why I came to Satara.
I'll do what I can. I promise you that.
I appreciate it.
At the very least, she'll know you're alive the next time I see her.
That's fair.
Thank you for the information.
Thank you.
He,
This is life changing.
he sort of... It's kind of... He looks a little defeated. You can make an insight check if you want.
Sure. Actually, I think I'm really good at that.
You should get better at
No,
lying.
I'm not.
It's investigation.
You should get better at lying because you do that a lot.
6.
I like that he's a
Six.
bad liar. I think
He's
it
just-
gives his
he
character
looks-
a little more spice.
He looks like he might just be real tired, but he does look. He's got a little bit of like a almost defeated look on his face, and he leaves your quarters.
I'm gonna stay there. Think about days.
Right.
I'm gonna stare at a wall.
Quite a bit to think
I'm gonna
about now.
I'm gonna wad up
Much
pieces of
to
paper and
think.
throw them into the fire. There's a fire.
So you just make a fire.
Yeah.
Is that a good idea on a ship?
I'm sure it'll be
I'm
fine.
watching it.
There's probably
Keep
a
it in
couple
like a
fires.
bowl or something.
I'm watching it.
I'm watching it.
There's probably, the shipwright probably has a fire, and the kitchen probably has a fire, so sure.
The kitchen definitely has a fire. Okay. I believe that all happened at the end of that day.
End of shift. Yeah.
So it is now the night of the 5th day. So our night crew.
Wait,
Cast over like a bullfrog.
I had that we were on day 6.
That would be the end of day
I think
7, right? No, 6. The end of day 6, right?
Yeah.
end of day 6. 1, 2, 3, 4.
No, that would be.
No,
4
we
days left.
we left off at the end of day 5 because you had 3 days left of travel. You had. No, you're right. It was 6, and
I'll
you
say we could
gained-
take it to the tape.
Yeah, I could look, but I don't feel like it.
It's like I have them labeled in here.
So
and
yeah,
I'm on
yeah,
6
you're right.
day shift.
So
Now it's
it is now
night
6
shift.
night shift, and then 3 days left of travel. That's right. Okay, got it.
Whatever
Alright.
you say happened, happens.
So it's
So-
on recording somewhere. We'll figure it out
Yeah,
if we
whatever.
get it. But
It won't even matter, right?
yeah, 6 is good. I do remember 3 days left of travel because you all did lose some time due to Deadwind and
Yeah.
yeah.
Deadwind twice. Oh, Deadwind and
Pirates.
chasing the pirates. Yeah,
And
yeah,
chasing
yeah.
the-
We didn't lose any for Deadwind.
No, we lost a half a day.
No,
because we
you
didn't
did.
say
You,
anything.
it's been Deadwind twice. I'm pretty sure you all got Deadwind twice.
Steve dropped a rope. We lost half a day for
But
that,
didn't,
and we lost
but
half a
didn't
day for the
yeah.
Guy
pirates.
uses spell.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm
one of
thinking
those
of.
was used.
It was Steve dropped a rope,
Steve dropped a rope. That's right. Steve
Fucking
dropped a
Steve.
rope.
and then we lost a half day on the pirates.
That's 1 full day.
Yeah, that's all we've
I
lost.
think it was just 1 full day. Is all we lost.
It's all we've lost.
1 full day. Okay.
Because
I
Jim
thought it was
cast
one.
over. and
So I
used
think
the
we only have
spell.
2 days left.
You're right. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yep. That would be 2 days left. 2 days of travel left. You're on the 6th night.
Yes.
Yeah, and after this night, there are 2 days left.
That's it. Okay. Cool. Night crew then, which is the
2 riggers.
And the lookout.
Yep,
And lookout. The riggers rolled 18 and 13.
Lookout rolled 15.
I think I'm missing a sheet of paper. There it is.
No, come back. There we go.
A 13, an 18, and a
15.
15. Golden.
Yeah, I spent a whole night just staring at Steve. He's gonna learn. he's gonna learn, or we're gonna start filling his boots with peanut butter. Nobody
waste
wants to
of
stomp
peanut butter.
around
That seems
peanut
like a
butter
waste
all
of
day.
food.
What a waste of
That's
peanut butter.
protein, bro.
We got peanut butter on the ship?
There's
Has grease
just drop a
into
couple-
his boots.
if you look into the galley down there, I have left an assortment of breads and cheeses out for daytime snacking.
Yes,
David
it's true.
stacking.
Dude, that's so good for
We're so
morale.
bougie.
That's so good for morale.
It
That's
is.
what I said.
Everyone's feeling pretty good. Things have been going pretty smooth for this trip, especially for some of you all being the first time sort of alone doing your jobs on this ship without the guide of Orstrom. Luckily enough, Jim is there to point out some things from time to time, and some of your crew are a little more experienced at doing this. But we are at the beginning of day 7. We need day crew.
Damn it.
You're rolling
Crush.
for the captain,
Yeah.
which is charisma, and the navigator, which is investigation. Well, I guess I have his stats here.
Lookout
my
got
God.
7.
Dude.
Lookout got a 7.
18 and a 24.
And he's very sorry about it.
24.
Wait, so I wasn't rolling lookout then?
I
No,
had
you're
been.
captain and navigator. Lookout's a
Oh,
different,
navigator,
different
that's
thing.
right.
Yeah.
I rolled a 4 for the lookout or navigator, and then an 11.
It's a rough day shift.
Yeah. I'll
I need someone to roll a d4, please.
got it. 3.
It's raining butts.
Just butts falling
So-
from the sky. Hallelujah.
That's the beginning of how the meatball
I'm not sure if it
forms.
matters at
It's the butts.
this point, but Crush also got a 4.
Oh, the shipwright?
Yeah.
Oh, there is no,
There's no shit.
there's no roll
Right.
for the shipwright.
Oh, I thought he was supposed to roll every day.
Oh, no, yeah, he does roll every day. He got a 4.
Yeah.
Another one. So, who all is on the deck of the ship?
I am.
I am.
You would be, you three make perception checks, please.
How come this always happens when I
And-
go to sleep?
Yeah.
I got a 9.
Will you also make a perception check for the lookout?
Oh, yes.
And I will make one for
16.
The lookout also got a 9.
plus
17.
No, that was plus.
Oh, that was the.
That was plus.
yeah.
7.
Yeah.
I didn't
Who is having
forget.
an off day? 17.
16.
16. Jim got a natural 19.
Oh, God.
Gorna, you would be the first to notice from up in the rigging. You spy out across the water as you all begin to come around the bend of one of these large mountains that juts out into the water a bit. A hulking Goliath of a bird with a wingspan easily 200 feet across, swooping into the ocean. And as it does, it crashes and water goes everywhere, and it begins to flap its massive wings, and it's carrying a large fish of some kind with it up out of the ocean. And the fish flops and it falls and it crashes back into the ocean, and it splashes massive waves from this giant fish just dropped by this giant bird. There is a rock hunting, and you see it and its nest in the mountains, wedged between two great peaks, is its nest. It seems like it might be hunting for its children.
Well, it should look in the nest then, stupid.
Not hunting for its children. For its children. Good thing you're asleep.
Dumbass.
Holy shit.
I cannot be out here with these big ass birds. I am too small.
So,
Who's currently piloting the ship? You are? I want to try to make my way at...
oh, you see it too. You are just the first to notice.
Okay.
I don't.
You two have seen it. Jim has seen it.
How far away did this happen?
This is probably 500 feet. Probably
So
500
very
feet out.
close.
You come around and you see it. Like it's there. Like 500
500 feet on the ocean, like you
is
couldn't
close.
miss that.
It's close. Like
Yeah.
you see this bird has a 200-foot wingspan. It's
Yeah.
500 to 800 feet from you, I'd say.
I'm gonna
That's
take
massive.
the Hoosier approach to looking at tornado on this one.
So you're gonna come play.
You're gonna go
Yeah.
stand on the deck and watch.
Yeah, I'm just standing on my box in front of the helm, just
All right.
Nature is
We should
majestic.
steer away from that.
Jim Castor leans over and he goes, "Captain, I don't mean to tell you what to do, but that's one very, very large bird, and we should avoid this. It'll add some time, but look, I'm not going to tell you how to do your job. If you think you're capable and you want to sail past it, we can sail past it. But here's the thing. I wouldn't get within 100 leagues of that thing. So I'd go that way and
We have
that way, and then
ballistas,
back it.
but
It's up to you, though.
Seems like the safe bet. I don't feel like I would fare well against the large bird.
that is so very fair.
Time is running out, though, and you are approaching very
I'm
quickly.
gonna-
so either you're gonna have to go through, or you're gonna have to.
I'm gonna detour.
You're gonna go ahead and detour. All right,
I
so
don't feel like we can. That thing would just sink the ship.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that you're already pretty fucking close. This thing has lost a meal, and it's pretty upset about.
So that's my problem.
It might be. It might not be. I need you to go ahead and make a dexterity check. I'm gonna say add your proficiency at this point. You're basically making a maneuver check with the ship, which you have become quite familiar with over this past week. So give me a dexterity check with your proficiency bonus. 17. You manage to shout to the crew, tell everyone to brace, and sling the wheel, and as you do, you pass just under the tail of this rock, swooping back up out, and it doesn't seem to want to give chase to you, as it is moving in the opposite direction. It either didn't quite notice you because it was heading, as it was swooping down and coming back up, you were turning away from it, or it doesn't think that it's worth it. Either way, you do seem to have steered out of range of the rock.
That's scary.
If you continue on a safe path, you'll lose a day of travel for this bird. If you want to take a little bit more of a risk, you can probably get by with losing half a day, but we'll probably be making some rolls to see if the rock finds you or finds some other food. This is a big fucking bird. This is a big fucking hungry bird.
Well,
It might be willing to chase you out to sea a little ways, considering it's got the wingspan for it.
I feel like if there's a safe option, we can still afford to take it. And I feel like that's better than dying with the ship.
When you put
Yeah.
it that
But
way,
also, you can't eat wood.
you could eat a giant bird.
The bird would eat me.
Think of the omelets we could make with the eggs.
That's
Oh,
Back
I'm
to the
sorry.
nest.
What was that perception check you made?
17 as
17?
well, I think. Or 16. I think it was 16.
Jim Castover looks back at you and he says, "This is the right move, Captain. I don't know if you noticed the nest that it had made up there. But it weren't made of sticks and leaves." And you think back to what it exactly
Just
was
point at
that
the ship.
you saw. There were like masts, like ship masts, and like entire hulls of ships sticking out of the sides of this nest. This bird had made its nest of very large pine forest trees that it has apparently picked up, and wreckages of ships that it has managed to get a hold of. Because that's about the only thing large enough to make a nest for a bird with a 200-foot wingspan.
That's horrifying.
It's very scary. Rocks are terrifying, especially out on the open ocean. They will sink ships to eat what's on them and to make and fortify their nests with. Rock nests even sometimes have treasures in them, but not because they collect them, just because sometimes the ship that gets picked, just by happenstance, there's stuff in there. And they eat indiscriminately. They don't really care. If they think they can, they will.
I mean, it's a bird.
It's a seabird at that.
Yeah.
It's an awful
Watch a
creature.
chicken. I've literally watched chickens choke down rocks because they would go down.
Like a pelican. You watch a pelican eat it'll literally eat anything it thinks it can get its mouth around.
Yeah. That's why there's
Horrifying
that picture on the
birds.
internet of the eel coming out of its throat.
Yeah. I've seen him try to eat capybaras. Like,
Yeah.
Oh my god, I've
Buddy,
seen that.
he's
He's
no.
just like trying so hard. Like,
Yeah,
no,
I've seen him
dude.
try to eat
Capybaras
full-grown
just
cats.
looking at
Yes.
him, bruh.
Yeah.
This is this is just big predatory seabird. So it's probably very, very good that you decided to
Bad
take the
luck
long
to kill
way
a
around.
seabird.
You are now a bit further out in open ocean, and we are coming on to the night shift.
We're doing what on the night shift?
Ooh, you're coming on to it, baby.
Right on it.
Look, night
You asked
shift.
for it.
Night shift.
I
Gets,
knew what was going on around here.
night shift gets weird. You ain't been up on night shift,
Go
but
to bed. Let's go over this.
everyone on night shift it likes to party, and they're all forklift certified.
God. There's
It's gonna get
forklifts on the ship.
freaky.
No, that's the problem.
Oh.
So
We have to drink liquor because the water will get you pregnant.
yeah, that's right. So, night shift rolls for me, please. Night shift is now going to be rolling. Let's see. It's the
2 riggers.
2 riggers
The lookout.
and the lookout. Everyone will be rolling with disadvantage. You are no longer hugging the islands. You are out on open ocean.
Okay. Neat. Come on, Steve.
Gotta see that
Ah,
figure.
damn it.
Yes.
I had at first I rolled a 19, but with disadvantage that's a 13.
13. Okay.
A piping hot pair of 11s.
Hey.
Not
alright.
too bad.
Not
That
too
thing was
shabby.
like 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 11.
Kinda like a 1.
Spicy.
Oh,
That's
God.
very good.
have to pour
Your
that
night
under
crew
around
does
my
a
bottle.
bang-up job at sailing open ocean, but they do manage to get you around the rock and back towards the island. And by daybreak, when day crew comes, it is pretty. It's pretty apparent you are now back against the island. You lost a day of travel, but you are safe. The rock is far behind you. That is no longer a worry, but maybe a good idea to keep in mind for your journey back.
Yeah, did you draw a picture of that on the map?
The giant bird.
I'm gonna pull out the map and just do this.
Yeah.
Yes, the little M.
Like the old maps, they got like the weird sea monster and shit
Yeah,
in them.
yeah,
And,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that's
Here
Ours
there
is
be
just the
monsters.
yeah. We've got the don't go there because McDonald's.
All right. So
Bite your tongue.
And I'll put a
I
frowny
need
face on it.
rolls from day crew. Is there anybody do anything on day shift?
I mean,
Sleep.
Yep.
I do the rigging.
Well,
Do
that's
it.
slightly better than yesterday. Crush got an 11.
Good.
Look
An
up.
18 and a 27.
18 to 27. Holy shit. Okay. Captain and the navigator.
2 14s.
Shit. Okay.
21.
21.
Cookie finally almost fumbled an
Almost.
11,
An 11.
and the day shift quartermaster actually rolled a 17 instead of scary low.
No day shift quartermaster.
No, oh, okay.
You are the quartermaster.
Boom.
There is
Easy
no officers' jobs don't have other people to fill officers' jobs. The captain's position gets taken over by a helmsman at night. Like it's just crew member on the wheel.
day. Word,
helmsman
all
now.
right. I
So
thought last time you
quartermaster.
had me rolling for quartermaster during the day shift.
No, cook during the night shift.
Cook during the
Cook during the night. Or yeah. Or no, I'm sorry. Wait.
Because we haven't been doing quartermaster at night. We've been doing 2 riggers at night.
No. When are you awake?
I'm awake at night.
Quartermaster duties should happen when you're awake.
Okay.
They should be your roles
All right, cool.
because that's your job.
All right, we had them reversed
And,
last
and it's
session.
just an inventory, so it doesn't need to be done by 2 people. It can
Right,
be done
right.
just
It's
by
hella
you
easy,
on your
and I
shift.
get advantage on it anyway because of my.
Cooks get roles on both morning and night shift.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. Because there's a day cook and a night cook.
Easy peasy then.
That ear is twitching.
Well, it's because I keep jamming my elbow in it.
So your role and the cook's role both were. So they were both good.
Yeah. they're-
Okay, cool.
17 and 11.
Okay, right. Yeah. So from now for day shift, just roll 1
Yep.
because
Yep.
you're not awake during the day.
4 at night.
That's quite a good day of travel, though. Everything seems to go quite well. Is there anything anyone wants to do before we move on to
Okay,
night
relax.
shift?
Please don't razor out my fucking thigh. Just pump his body
Fastly.
Sail fastly.
Yeah,
Are we
Okay.
sailing fastly?
I'm ready to be
Is
there.
there a way to make it do that?
I'm asking myself, are we there yet? And then I'm
Nope.
like, I will turn this ship around.
All right. Let's roll
Please
for
don't,
that
we'll
night.
starve to death.
You're right.
Alright.
We could get
Oh.
eaten by a rock.
That was good for lookout.
Nice. What do you get?
19.
The quartermaster rolled an 18 and Cookie rolled a 14.
14. Hell yeah. And the riggers.
The riggers.
One of them fell in the ocean.
Plop.
Yeah, a 1 and a 2.
Ooh.
Oh, guys.
2 fails.
Guys.
We're gonna
riggers.
starve to death in the ocean because of these fucking morons.
It's a little bit rougher, but it's not bad enough that you all lose any time to it. Luckily enough, the start of your final day's travel begins. You will get here today or later this evening, but this should be your last day of travel to Cantrove.
Beautiful. I love it.
Yep, until Crush fucks up this next roll.
So
Sink the ship.
I need day crew. Go ahead and roll.
Oh, okay, that wasn't too bad.
I got an 11 and a 26.
21 for the cook.
12.
11.
15 and 16.
Everything goes very well. And you all do, in fact, begin to see, just at the end of the day, as you come around to the southern tip of the island, the docks that were supposed to be there. However, it's not quite anything you've ever seen. They're not exactly docks, per se. There are docks, but these aren't just fingers that jut out into the water with walkways. There is no place to pull up to. There are jagged rocks that extend out from the banks of this island, but in a very large area where there are none, floating above it, lashed to the sides of the mountains and the cliffs, are hanging docks. Massive, wooden and vine and magical, incredibly magical, hanging docks with ships that are moored with vines. It appears that somehow they lift the ships from the water up to the level of the docks and dock their ships there.
Rock dog.
Rock dock.
How do we?
That's awesome.
How do we pull up? How do we?
Skirt.
I don't know if I know how to do that.
So that's that is what you see approaching, and at that point, Jim Castover leans in and he says, "All right, lad, you're gonna take us in, nice and slow, and we're gonna get pretty close to the cliffside." I take her on in.
Taking her on
I
in.
need dexterity checks.
Oh, God.
So,
Oh, nice.
so you'll be adding your dexterity bonus plus your proficiency bonus at this point.
I got a 11.
11. Jim says, as you're coming in, he says, "You're gonna want to come in a little slower than that. I recommend raising one. Raise the mainsail."
Raise the mainsail.
So you raise the mainsail. I need another dexterity check as you are now approaching the side of the cliff. Slower this time, but 17. The ship slows and it starts to drift, and Jim says, all right, cut it. Hard right.
I don't think a sailor would say right.
Hard to starboard. He didn't think you knew what that meant. So, so you cut it hard, and he says, raise the other 2 sails.
Raise the sails.
All sails go up, and the ship lists peacefully until touching the edge of the cliffside. And you're there for a little bit, the waves lapping against the ship and rocking for a minute. Jim Castover starts to look up, sort of expectantly, wondering, all right, come on, any minute now. And then after a little bit of time, a series of vines begin to lower down from these docks, looped already. It looks like as one side drops, the loop gets longer. There are 6 of them. Rather thin vines, all coming down to your ship. And Jim says, right, who wants to go for a swim?
A swim?
These need looping under the keel.
Wait, so we can magically lift ships with vines, but we can't get the vines under the ship?
Can you? Do you got some magic to do that then, boy, or do you? Then please, Mr. Magic Man, please use your magic.
I mean,
I'm
I'm
gonna
really
use
small
mage
and not
hand.
strong, but I am wearing mariner's
These
armor,
weigh
so
a
I guess
lot
I won't
more
die.
than
Yes. Pickles is wearing mariner's armor.
Oh,
Yeah, so I could probably help.
That's the kind of help. That's the kind of magic that would be helpful here. 3 on the bow, 3 on the stern, under the keel. Try and spread them evenly.
Okay. It's gonna be a lot of swimming for my little legs.
Splashy, splashy.
It's gonna take a while.
Take Tabby Jim with you. Cat's love water, right?
Oh yeah, it'll be
Jim
great.
looks at everyone and says, I can cast water breathing.
Oh, I can definitely help then.
Magic.
Doesn't that make you feel so
He
much
casts
better?
water breathing on you.
Yeah. Excellent. I can go for a little swim. Why not?
80,000 sharks appear. Roll initiative.
Dragon turtle, roll initiative.
Oh, become an underwater lizard.
Ooh, maybe next level.
Yeah.
Would Quinrin and Garuk be awake at this point?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so. I haven't switched over to night shift yet.
You don't even know where
Actually,
you are.
you know what? That reminds me.
Yeah, it's not like anybody came to get us.
Well,
It's true. You know,
I
it's
meant
just,
to, I
Hey,
meant
fuck
to
them
actually
kids.
go have a discussion with them about the night riggers because they did just slapped ass jobs.
that's true. Yeah.
You really got to get your
Those
guys
boys
in
were
line.
smoking dope.
Yeah, if you were to say in the time while you were waiting there for the vines to come down that you went down and you're like, all right, hey, everybody up, we gotta talk.
but we tried to give them as much time as possible to rest, right? Like, we weren't like waking them up so they could watch us put the vines under the ship.
No. It's close to at this point. It's close to the end of day shift, but it is not end of day shift yet. They've all had what would essentially count as a long rest. You're just not letting them sleep over any at this point. So yeah, then in that case, Garuk and Quinrin, you would be awake. You would at least know that you are here. You have docked, or you are waiting to dock. But yeah, then the rope's lower. Jim Castover casts water breathing on you. You have the mariner's armor.
Yeah.
Let's go,
And,
Zilgrim. Let's
he,
go
he
swimming
hands
in
you
a
the
dangerous ocean.
Yep,
Yeah.
And, so,
This seems wise.
Let's go dive.
I guess in that case, if it's
pull
that late
myself
of a
off the
day,
boat.
I'll
Yep,
be
just right
because
over the side.
I'd be expecting to be coming here.
Yeet.
So when Finn comes to get us, I'm gonna be making a list of shit that we need to, restock the.
right, for
larder.
sure. Yeah.
Because I'm, get a start on my day before I start my day, and it can be ruined first thing in the morning.
For sure.
That way I don't have to spend all day waiting on it to happen.
That's right. Ruin your own day
That's
immediately.
it.
Don't let anyone
Be a
take
man
that
and
from
ruin
you.
your own day.
It's your day.
Yeah,
you ruin it.
Yeah, absolutely. So I need 3 either strength or dexterity checks from each of you. You can use either. Actually, I'll say either acrobatics or athletics. I need 3 either acrobatics or athletics checks from each of you. Doesn't matter which one.
All right, I'm doing athletics.
I'm also doing athletics.
Well, I've got a.
Oh shit.
Let's see, that's 15. Let's see, this is 23, a 27, and a 10.
I got a 14, a 7, and a 3.
Very nice.
So
Gonna die.
you guys feel like you're
legs
doing
just
all right. You come
pumping.
back.
I was gonna say I was real
you
tired.
get, you get everything planted, and you come back up, and Jim looks at you both as you come back up to the water, to the surface of the water, and he goes, "If you think for half a second that I'm gonna let you back on this ship with work looking like that,
Oh, geez, what'd we mess up?
I'm sorry, Captain."
I step over to the edge. I'm like, if you think I'm gonna
And he definitely sends you back in to redo those 3 that you all fucked up.
Okay.
Yep. So I need 2 from you and 1 from Gorna, please. 2 from Zilgrim, 1 from Gorna.
Oh, much better.
That's a 20, dirty 20.
13 and 18.
All right, those are much better.
I didn't know it was bad until I got
They
up
were
and could see it.
they were canted like this, and like one of them was like wrapped over another one. It wasn't good looking.
See, there's a lot of ocean going on down
Have
there.
some pride in your work, man.
It's a lot.
Stuff's less hard once you're under the waves.
Zilgrim almost got eaten by a fish.
just like
It's a regular fish.
Yeah, it's all fish. Yeah.
Straight up sardine nibbling on a toe.
I almost died.
Eaten by a tuna. Oh.
It was right there. It almost killed me.
So you all get the vines lashed around, and
Something touched my foot.
as you all get back on the ship, you can feel the vines pull tight, and slowly the ship begins to rise out of the water. Water starts to pour from the sides and from the bilge, and everyone kind of sways a bit as the ship comes now up out of the water. You are 10 feet above the water, 20 feet above the water.
Can we grab Steve and rig up a little harness?
Dangle him over the edge.
Send him over the edge with a bucket and a scraper after some clams so
Oh,
we can get some scallops.
Well, it'd be barnacles.
We
You
need
can
some
have
scallops.
you can have him clean the hull if
Yeah.
you wanted
Yeah, he's
to.
been fucking around a bit.
Clean the
The
keel.
keel.
You can have him clean the keel. The keel is covered in barnacles. I mean, it's gross down there.
Yeah,
been a while since that's
night
been
shift, a mass.
done. Absolutely. Send him over on a rope, and
Yeah, I'm like, just because we're not sailing doesn't mean you're not working.
Hey, you wanted to
Jim
discipline
Castover
him.
cracks a smile.
You wanted to discipline him for his lack of discipline on night shift, so I figured what better way than put the fear of God and impending death in him.
And more
It's a
work.
pretty solid idea.
So,
Plus, it makes the boat nicer.
you're
Yeah, it does.
slowly but surely
It's a
the ship continues to lift from the water until you all are roughly 150, 160 feet in the air.
Really high.
Maybe give Steve 2 ropes because his slippery ass little hands can hardly hold on to one.
And the ship and the ropes stop. And you look up above you and you realize you're only maybe halfway to the top
Oh my god.
when it has stopped.
Oh.
This seems bad.
Damn elevators.
They're about to grill us. We're gonna get grilled before we get in. Everyone be ready. Get your story straight.
Oh, I thought you meant they were gonna set us on
No.
fire.
The shrimp's on the Barbie.
And Jim Castover says,
You're telling me a shrimp cooked this shit?
Port authority happens anywhere there's a port, my guy.
This isn't just any port.
This is a port that's not supposed to exist.
Yeah,
So
I
yes,
expected something like this.
we are about to get grilled, and grilled good. Welcome to Cantrove. Aye! You hear shouting from back over. What business have you here in Cantrove?
Well, Captain.
Jim kind of looks over at you and looks back up and...
I'm gonna yell just up, I guess.
Mhm.
I don't know at what exactly.
make a perception check.
Okay.
Yeah.
19.
Mm-hmm.
I perceive things.
I
Yeah.
perceive it.
Yeah, you perceive about 10 tabaxi, all
Jeez.
standing at the top of, around one of the outlines of the docks where the ship is being raised to. All of them with weapons trained on you.
Yeah, I would expect so.
Makes sense.
Okay. Now I can see. I'm squinting. I'm gonna just yell up and say that we're an envoy with important news from the Vulcan Authority.
Make a persuasion check.
I'm really good with my words.
Listen, shouldn't he get advantage because we're all on deck and we're all so handsome?
Actually,
Devastatingly handsome.
make it with disadvantage because you're all I'm just kidding. No, you are all standing on deck. No, make that a
They're not happy.
Yeah, they don't like the cut of your jib.
Who would like the look of us?
I rolled a 5.
Ooh.
It's pretty good, right?
They
It's not a 1.
It's not a 1, but they say what proof have you?
Proof have we?
What proof
a
have you?
letter.
Did we have a letter from the Vulcan Authority? Did they give us anything? Who has our inventory sheet?
What's in the bag?
I'm gonna just yell back and be like, "We don't have time for these games. the doors of Jabal or the doors of Jebla are pinned open."
Oh, they might know what that means.
Why would some
Make
random
a
doc?
persuasion
Well,
check
these guys
with
maybe.
advantage.
These guys are the
see?
authorities.
I
so-
knew the words to say, and I rolled really bad.
God damn it.
I rolled a 9.
Damn
A
it.
9.
God damn it, Finn. You
I
need a
can't help it.
you need a
No, wait,
fucking
it's a 10. Sorry,
It's a 10?
It's a
It's
10.
actually a 10?
it is a 10 because I get a +1 to charisma.
You hear murmuring. And you don't hear anything for a while.
Yeah.
I'm mulling it over.
You don't hear anything for 30 minutes, an hour.
I'm like looking over the edge, like, do y'all think that we could make it?
I mean, the longer we wait, the more thought out Quaijoth is by the end of all of this, so you know.
2 hours.
Well, clearly it's
And it's, as the night
up to me to learn
begins
how to
to
play banjo.
come and the daylight is long gone, the ship shakes again and up you begin to rise.
Well, somebody finally got your message.
sure I'm glad it didn't start going down.
That would have been
I
really
feel like the
bad.
down would have been
Hey,
faster.
guys!
It's a lot quicker.
We're at like a chill vibes here, and that's really harsh. We're not doing that here. It's a freaking Friday.
Your moves are weak.
You're not fam anymore.
Saying that rang something true in the Tabaxi.
I would hope so.
Well, it turns out that, yeah, they had a harsh time with that once before. A dog's year ago.
They sure did. You also know that from the map, from all of this talk, that they are the closest to Jevela. Therefore, anything
So
that
why
may
didn't you
come
see
from
the
there
door?
hits them first.
I feel like if my neighbor was crazy, I'd be paying attention to their doors.
The door's a long way away.
Oh, Crazy Steve's door is pinned open again.
It's open. Crazy Steve.
That boy ain't messing around, I tell you.
Out there in his swamp, just messing around.
Sleep in the yard.
Vacuum cleaner. Kirby.
Oric.
Oh.
The stolen hotel order.
Yeah,
This baby Jamie's picking up bowling balls.
That's right. Oh God! All right. Anyway, so you all begin to rise to the top, and as you're on your way up, which does take a little bit, Jim Castover leans over to you and he goes, "Now, what in the bloody hell was that supposed to be?"
It's just something I heard someone say once. I don't really know what it means. I heard someone talking about a big worm. A door that's open.
It's in Jevelo.
He shudders a little bit, and he says, "Maybe I should have asked a few more questions before I stepped on the ship again."
Quajoth the Undermaw? Is that your pal that you're mentioning?
I lean over and I punch him on the shoulder and go, "Hey, but you're here now."
We're here to make a difference, mister.
Oh, yes.
This is a whole can of worms, so to speak.
No.
He's gonna mutiny me.
I think he shakes his head. He says, "Well then, I was going to suggest you let me do the talking when we got here. But I think all the talking's fallen to you. I'm going to keep quiet, and I'm going to go below deck."
Ow.
I might have spilled
Did you
my
just bite
beans.
your
but I
leg?
think
Yeah,
it'll
of
be
course. He
okay.
walked up and bit my thigh. This is my calf. That's his favorite kind of meat.
I just mean I don't think you need any help from me anymore. I'm going to go lie down. And he goes below deck. Well, he goes to the forecastle anyway, and he goes to lay down in one of the bunks.
Hi, buddy.
And you all arrive at the top. You are surrounded by Tabaxi. All of them armed. All of them armored. Most of them armed with bows, crossbows. You see that a couple of them have rifles similar to the ones that you saw in the Dwarven Kingdom. Though they look... Actually, make a perception check. Anyone who's on deck. Finnegan, make a perception check with advantage.
9.
16.
16.
16 as
Yeah,
well.
my perception checks are universally garbage.
Ooh, 18.
18.
23.
You four notice that these rifles are incredibly similar to the one that you have. Much more so than the ones that the dwarves had. These appear like they might be older than the ones the dwarves have. Much more closely based on the prototype that you have.
Does that mean
That means Fidget might be here.
Weren't we told that he was here?
No, you were told he's in Kalnora.
Oh, Kalnora, that's right.
Yeah, Kalamata.
Kalnora, the
Okay.
city of tears.
So you know.
Sounds great, right?
So why do you think we haven't been?
Tears like a cake.
Oh.
It's the you would know, having read about Soteria. It's the tiered city.
nerd?
It's,
Everywhere you go, there's Hawthorne Heights playing.
I'm outside of the window.
Literally wouldn't be a problem for me.
no, I'd burn that city down.
Yeah, that would have to go.
I'd just burn the city down. Y'all never get there.
My entire high school life. I've seen him play like 40 times. Love Hawthorne Heights.
And you are approached eventually by someone who looks a bit rather more official. The tabaxi, all black tabaxi. Black fur, black skin, black nose, black eyes, wholly black. Black armor, even a black rifle. And he
Really
steps
committed to the business.
forward
Black on black.
and he says, "Who is in charge?" And you are
Captain Finnegan.
Captain Finnegan. It's a pleasure to meet you.
You as well.
You may call me Cave.
Cave. Pleasure.
What is your business here?
I have very, very important news.
I would hope so.
I've been sent by the Vulcan Authority.
Yes, that was mentioned to me. What do the relic hunters require of us?
Well, probably a council of some variety, considering there's dark forces at play in Saterra.
Lower
As
the
he
ship,
laughs,
we're getting
you
out of
notice that the inside of his mouth is also black. So are his teeth.
Ew. It's upsetting for some reason.
And he says, "You don't know the half of it."
You're not wrong. I'm just trying to do my part.
The Vulcan Authority wishes that we send an envoy to them, because there is now evil in Saterra. The Tabaxi know evil in Saterra. We live with it. And we receive no help from neither the Vulcan Authority nor the local government who's claimed to help. Their watchtowers sitting pristine and manned daily, while ours is in disrepair. We cannot afford to continue to fight what comes out of Jevela, yet here we are, still fighting. Come with me.
Okay.
Your ship will be safe.
Trust that.
And, he begins to lead you away from the ship. Alright, what are the rest of you doing? Y'all just gonna sit
I mean, we better
yeah,
go with
we're all
them.
part of the same envoy, so
Okay. You all
it's an
follow.
entourage now, bitch.
The guards all wait until everyone that's coming off the ship comes off the ship, and then they close in behind you and walk with you as a group.
Be important.
Yeah. This is a big to-do.
You come off of the dock and cliffside to overlook now a sprawling city. Massive city that resides just over the ridge. Cantrove is beautiful. all of the light seems to be magical fire. All of the structures seem to be not necessarily one with nature, as in the trees are the homes and things like that. It's not quite like that. They've used the wood and the stone and everything in the area to rebuild what are essentially modern homes, or at least as close to as what you saw in Galen, just with the materials around them built into the forest, as to disturb as little of it as possible, but while still living with the comforts of everything that they can be afforded. There are, there's, as you look out, I mean, you can see storefronts. You can see some form of paved road that runs through the entire city. There are even buildings, there what appear to be factory buildings with something being produced in them. Because there are smoke stacks and smoke coming from the stacks in these buildings. This is a very large, very, very well-to-do city, smack in the middle of the jungle. As you get to the side of the cliff, there are stairs that have been carved from the cliffside that lead you all the way back down 300 feet to the jungle floor, to the entrance of the city from the docks. And as you are traveling, Cave says, "We work very hard to have what we have. And most of what we have has been lost." So you're kind of looking, because this city is massive. It's huge. This is for the size of the city, for the resources we have. We used to have much more. The forest sprawled 2-3 times the length it does now, and extended out into the plains, almost to Kalnora. We lost much in the Great War with the Blight. Unfortunately, we've also lost much to what's remained in Jevela since the Great War. You don't beat the forces of evil. You put them at bay momentarily. And that's all the war did. It put them at bay. You all walk for a little bit. He says, "What do you know of our city, our struggles, as you all continue to walk through this city, seeing the sights around you?"
Personally, little to nothing. Kind of reminds me of home.
That's a comforting thought. What I show you next might surprise you then. After you all have walked for quite a while, you end up in a clearing in the middle of the jungle, where there is an airship docked, grounded. He holds his hand out and he says, "Let's take a ride on my ship."
What is this thing? Would I have seen anything like this before?
You probably would have, though you would have probably never had been on one.
Okay.
Airships are not wholly uncommon, especially in the world of Exandria. In some parts in the world of Exandria, airships are incredibly common. They're just the mode of travel in some places.
Gotcha.
Especially if, like, in some places that are, like, cities built on spires. Airship travel between the cities is much more convenient than just about anything else. And here, it seems, in Cantrove, they have an airship. Or at least Cave has an airship.
He has his own airship.
It seems maybe that way. He introduced it as his ship.
Cool.
And you all get on the ship, and he says, hold on tight. And the ship takes off into the air with a great bit of force. The wind rushes past you all as you all come up
I fall onto my butt.
past the canopy of the forest, and as you do, from the night sky, you can see from the light of the moon and the stars most of the top of the forest. And he begins to turn the airship and sail it out over the forest. It is massive. The forest is huge. You're thinking back to him talking about how much more there used to be. He says, don't worry, it won't be a long trip. And you all begin to sail forward at an incredible speed. You feel wind, but you don't feel wind at the speed you are moving. It's pretty obvious. You feel like if you were experiencing the wind at this pace, you would be blown off of the ship. But at a fast pace, you are moving. And the trees rush past you and rush past you and rush past you until the ship begins to slow, and you see on the horizon the edge of the jungle approaching rapidly. And stops at the edge of the jungle. And he points and he says, what can you see? Those of you that have dark vision, give me a flat roll. Those of you that don't, give me a roll with disadvantage.
I can't see fucking shit out of this
Nat
thing.
20.
16.
Also a nat 20.
16.
He says,
You're just like, this is a cool
yeah.
I can see like the rail.
This is neat.
You need some lights on this bad boy.
He says,
We got a deer
here
spotlight
begin
or
the
what?
blight marshes. And as you all look out, the forest stops. And what's left is, as far as you can see, a nearly endless swamp. A fetid marsh. The only trees left in it are crags, hollow gray. It looks not just lifeless, but diametrically opposed to life itself. And he says, this was all given to protect this land long, long ago. And we still give to this day to protect this land. He turns the ship back around and he begins to sail you back to Cantrove. On your way back, he says, if given more time, I would show you where the barren plains begin. You would have had to have walked them to get here from the city. Our jungle extended in that direction as well for quite some ways, and we have lost most of it. We do not maintain the population that we used to. Mostly because we've lost a lot. Cetera is a continent at peace because we keep it that way. The longer we are the only ones keeping the threats at bay, the fewer there are going to be of us. We face threats that come out of Jevela that go wholly ignored by the local governments. We also face poachers. Relic poachers. Ruin hunters. We've lost much of our personal histories with the loss of our forest. As we have had to rein back into our cities, we have not been able to man places, we have not been able to go back for the things that we've lost. Modern-day relic hunters have seen fit to come in now to the Cantrovian jungle to raid these places before we can, taking what precious little we have back with them for either private ownership or display or sale. We are losing ourselves on all fronts here in Cantrove. And I believe you're going to have to tell the Vulcan Authority that the threat is much more real than they've ever imagined. If they'd cared enough long ago, this could have been avoided. Here we are. They need help. We need help. About that time, the ship begins to land. Gently. As he leads you off of his ship, the guards begin to form back in around you. He begins to walk you back through the city. He says, I'm sorry for you to have wasted your time. It sounds like you have a great deal of work to do, as we all have had for quite some time. Tell the Vulcan Authority we recognize this threat. Tell them we'll be here waiting. As you all begin to rescend the stairs back to the docks where he is leading you, you get to the dock, and I need you all to make perception checks, please.
The ship is gone.
14.
14.
17.
9.
9.
12.
12. So, Garuk blurts out, "The ship is gone!" And you all look at Garuk like his fucking, like he's standing on his head or something. And then you all turn back to the docks to see what's actually going on.
It's been a long trip.
Yeah, but the ship is gone.
Ah, son of a gun.
Actually, don't.
The ship is gone.
Oh man.
The ship is gone. Your ship is gone. And in fact, what were your rolls again?
12.
12,
17.
17,
13.
13.
Is the crew
Or
gone?
14. Yeah.
Well, they
12,
would be
14,
on the ship.
17.
Maybe.
You notice that the ship is gone. The vines are lowering actively. Like,
Okay.
I'm
look
gonna
at
run
Cave
over
and
and
just be
look.
like, what? You said the ship was safe here.
he looks over the edge and he says, "It's intact."
Do we jump?
Yeah, are we stuck here?
Can we slide down the road?
Stop the vines now.
Also, we don't intend to leave.
I'm on a pilgrimage.
And say,
Aside from
don't
all
we
of
have
this.
business here beyond just the Vulcan Authority? Plus, like, we just got here. You can't just... We don't have any food on that ship.
So, as Cave looks back up at you and he says, "Stop the ropes. And the ship stops. It's quite a ways down there.
I don't understand.
About that time, Jim Castover walks out onto the deck of the ship, and he looks up and he says, "Sorry, lad!" And with a swipe of his sword,
Yep.
cuts 3 of the ropes.
Could have saw that coming.
That son of a bitch stole your boat.
And he shouts something to the rest of the crew, and the other 3 ropes are cut.
Steve, you
And the
traitorous
ship-
motherfucker.
Crashes into the ocean. You see the waves splash. They roll up the side of the cliff and back onto the ship, rocking it hard. And the sails all come down. And you hear a voice in your head. Finnegan. It says, "They can't kick you out if you can't leave. Don't worry, Boyle. I'll be back with your mum."
Wow. I was about to start murdering people.
I was literally about to ask if I should just throw down a guiding bolt.
I was considering if I should
Like
start
that?
killing people or just throw myself off the cliff.
just land face first on the deck.
I rolled
That's what he
really
smokes.
low.
Crack.
I rolled really low, so that the ship is
That
gone
was so
a
good.
joke.
That was so good.
Dude, you made the joke, and I
the-
was really genuinely concerned that like it was going to happen. Dude, why are you gonna play with my heart like that? Oh man, I thought my friend betrayed me, man.
So is this when I turn around and I look at Cave and say that we...
Oh, I'm sorry. One last thing you hear in your head. You also hear after you hear, I'll bring you your mum. You also hear the words, "Tell Moray I love her."
Oh, I bet that's like her dad. Or something.
Or something, yeah.
So,
Her husband. Oh no.
No.
What the hell, man?
I mean, I never ask any questions.
you don't know. That's how you get terrible news. You don't ask any
It
questions.
doesn't seem like they seem
I-
pretty
If we
similar.
don't ask any questions, we're just fucking. If I ask questions, I'm fucking a married person, and that's immoral.
That's right.
So,
So you know how this works.
So no one else knows that.
that only you heard that in your head.
All right.
No one else knows what the fuck just happened. Including, apparently, the Tabaxi there, because as the ship gets cut, they begin to scramble. Like, they're trying to figure out what the hell to do. The ropes, as they snap back, and, like, there was a lot of tension on these ropes. They snap
It was
back.
a whole ass boat.
It's like a Six Flags ride.
One of them comes up. And
Oh, there is no foot to
it
stand
hits
on
the
with that
dock you are
joke.
all on. I need you all to make dexterity saving throws, please.
Yours was worse than mine.
Oh, that one.
Oh,
No, nat 20.
No
for a
way.
23.
Nat one.
No way! I rolled a nat 1.
15.
That's 3 nat
We're all
1s.
beheaded.
All of you all, boom! The rope hits the dock. It knocks all of you prone. You all go down.
Dead.
20.
Oh, you don't.
Yeah.
All of you are rolling ones.
Shit.
I mean,
Hey, you said all of you all, and I just
you
lumped
all know who
myself
you
in.
are. You know who you know if you did good. You can fall down if you want to. Act dramatic.
Whoa!
Oh, me too.
Rub some butter on my
Like throwing yourself from.
Oh, my ankle.
uh,
Like in soccer games.
and About then, Cave looks at you and says,
Yeah, I have my head in my hands, and it sounds like I'm crying, but I'm laughing.
might want to choose your crew more wisely.
You might want to shut up, man.
He leans over and he says,
I'm sorry.
you do know
I'm sorry.
that was a pirate, right?
Now I know.
It was his first
It's
time.
not like he had a peg leg and a parry and a hook for a hand.
The
No,
insurance adjusters.
but he
never
had
gonna believe
everything else.
He had the hat. He had the accent.
He had a coat.
he says,
I watched a movie once. That's pretty important, apparently.
actually, let me see if he even recognized this person. Let me see if he got a good look at this person. He did get a good look at this person. And he says, I regret to inform you that your ship was just stolen by Elliot James Doncaster, the Dragon Scourge.
Elliot.
What a dick!
Yeah.
Fucking Elliot, man.
Wait, what was his name? Elliot what?
Elliot James Doncaster, the Dragon Scourge.
That's why I go by GM.
He is Moray's father.
Elliot James. What? I'm sorry.
Doncaster.
Don.
Or husband?
No.
Oh, I guess so.
I
Yeah,
don't
but
like
he's
that.
older.
Maybe she's into older dudes. Maybe she has daddy
Maybe
issues.
she's into
These
leaving
are all
older dudes.
perfectly possible.
I need you all to make intelligence checks, please. I'm just gonna, so you all stop with this.
Nat 20.
20.
Well,
Look, you left something
Uh,
open to interpretation.
22.
A
10.
perception 6.
No, just intelligence.
Oh God, 3.
Oh, that actually helps a lot more. 11.
Yeah. 22.
Draconic bloodline sorcery is passed down the family. You don't get it if you marry a draconic sorcerer.
Dude, it makes sense.
However,
He's not
you know that she told you that her parents lived in Taldore. Or her family lives in Taldore.
Family is subjective.
Yeah.
And also sometimes people move.
Yeah. She told you
To the
her
high
family
seas.
is from Taldore.
And sometimes people lie about where their family's from because they're fucking pirates.
Also.
Or maybe her family is from Taldore.
And pirates.
and
Or
pirates.
just also be a pirate. You don't know. That's
not really
quite
ones
been.
to judge.
That's not quite been made clear. All you know at the moment is that draconic sorcery is passed through blood from generation to generation.
So it's a huge coincidence that those two found each other and got together.
That's right, especially having the same draconic bloodline with the lightning and everything. You have a pretty good idea that.
Did I ever see her use the lightning? All I've seen was like the rock trick, right?
You
Oh, no,
saw
wait,
her.
that was purity.
You saw,
It
yeah,
did
that was
rock
purity.
trick.
You saw, I believe you saw her lightning, and you've seen her scales.
Yeah,
You've
during
also
the-
seen-
at the pit.
Okay, yeah.
You also saw Jim cast over scales.
Yeah, do the,
as
like-
his lightning.
Do like the
ability.
200-foot lightning thing.
Yeah, yeah, you sure did.
So yeah, we could probably put together that father-daughter.
Yep.
You might be able to infer that, although it has not been confirmed.
I
Yeah,
feel
you
like
got
that would
pretty
be
good idea.
that would be a like huge connection to make for everyone but me, because no one knows he has a connection to Moray but me, right?
Yes.
So I feel like for everyone to just be like they're related because they both use the lightning spell would be kind of a stretch, right?
Well, he said their last name.
Yeah.
Yeah, Doncaster.
oh
Yeah, Cave just said his actual name out loud.
Oh, I didn't
None of you all.
realize that Moray told us her full name.
Yeah, well,
Oh, she told me.
I was
yeah.
gonna say Gorna would
Moray
know.
Doncaster.
So-
Gorna would know that.
Oh, so then you would be the one that would make the connection.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you would know, you with the high intelligence roll, know that draconic sorcery is passed via the blood.
And so immediately assumed that he is her
I need to
father.
have a group meeting. I wish I had a fucking shit.
It's cool.
Well,
We
what
got
are you
one in the
captain
hotel
of
room
now? I guess
My
still
own
technically the ship.
demise.
Captain of my own demise.
They took my donkeys again.
They sure did.
Oh, son of a bitch!
They took
Stabbard.
They took literally everything you all did not take off the ship with you.
Hey, enjoy the non-food.
Yeah, it was a little out of food. Maybe they hit. Maybe
Where
they
are they
hit.
gonna go?
Maybe they hit up
Food.
the quickie stop while we were
That'll
out.
be fun.
Maybe he knows a short.
They're they're gonna run a bare bones crew and use the rest of the crew to fish.
They're gonna go eat that bird.
Hard to say what's going on.
They're gonna eat the beds.
You're pretty sure he's going to go to
Dark
Darktoe, since he said he's going to get. He told you he was going to get your mom.
The dark toes.
Yeah, if
to break it to
Cave
you,
had
but
not
you've
looked
got the
over the
dark
edge
toe.
and recognized him,
Horrible.
you all would not have gotten any of that information
That's the
about him.
first
You would be
step
the
to a
only
peg
one. But because he looked over the edge
Dark
and
toe.
recognized,
Yep.
so that's why I had
Peg
you
leg to peg leg.
make checks for him at the beginning. He's an infamous pirate. You would recognize the name. You would have recognized the Dragon Scourge had you had rolled a high enough check. You did not have the history proficiency, so when you heard that name, you'd never put it together.
Yeah.
Even
Didn't
though
he tell you though?
yeah, so
he told me.
that was the interaction he and Garuk had down below deck.
Right.
When he fucking grabbed Garuk and like threatened his life, he thought that everyone knew that he was the Dragon Scourge. He thought he had been outed, so he disguised himself and hid. He has now, but it doesn't much matter now because he's long gone. Yeah, he was worried. So he didn't know you all. He was worried that you all figured out that he was a pirate and you were going to turn on him because he's a pirate, and that's what he would assume. He fished around for information. He got the information he needed. He learned about the person he wanted to learn about, and then he got the fuck out.
Is that the actual tip of Merlin's tail?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm upset
Is that like
Why?
the
Because you've
flesh?
never touched it.
because I've
The
never
flesh.
seen it. It looks.
Ugh.
Put it
So,
back. Stop it.
That's a
Cave looks
bone.
over to you and he says,
Cover it back up.
Bone zone.
It's a bone
well, I
zone.
guess that makes you our guests for the time being.
Yeah, I suppose we'll be needing lodging.
I'm so depressed about my donkeys.
Any
Again.
recommendations?
I don't suppose you have any money.
I mean,
What
we're
kind
gonna-
of veiled insult is that?
Well, your ship just sailed off.
I mean, I have my belongings with me.
I got my little pack I always got.
Yeah.
I'm kind of curious. What would you all have taken off the ship with you to go on a walk?
My money would have been on my belt, which would have been.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're on
My
a ship,
robes.
so my money ain't far.
Yeah.
I would. I wouldn't have my backpack. I mean, I'm not gonna.
I have my
bullshit that.
pack, and because it
I
has
have-
my idol in it, I don't.
I was
leave
gonna
it
say like my
anywhere.
pack
That's
was
fair.
alien, but that's it.
I have my belt with my spell components on it
Right.
and some butter, and
Gotcha.
my arcane focus,
Um,
and that's about it. Actually, I don't even have my arcane focus because my awakened book is my arcane focus now.
Okay.
I did, however, leave my morning star.
Yeah, I don't think. I mean, I wouldn't imagine that I brought weapons with me, honestly, because
You have a bag of holding though. It's a little
I do
different
have a
for
bag
you.
of
Like
holding.
everything
You have
goes
your
in
gun
one
in there?
one bag for everything. That's not really like
true.
bag of holding is a little different. I mean,
Yeah, you kind of do have everything you own
you
on
kind
your
of
back.
Yeah, I mean, you can just you don't ever. It only weighs as much as the bag does. I'm pretty sure. Like
Yeah, 10 pounds.
that wouldn't be something. I imagine that wouldn't be something you would remove often,
Yeah, I guess that's
or at least
a
the,
fair point.
considering it itself is a magical item. That's pretty valuable, and the contents therein, especially that firearm of yours,
Yeah.
is
Irreplaceable.
yeah.
Priceless.
But anything, anything other than that, anything that you guys would not have just grabbed, to go for a quick outing, would probably still be on that ship.
So Yeah, my secondary or my just extra actual weapon that I kind of keep with me is definitely there. So
Sure.
that's gone.
Yep.
This is very fun.
I got spells. This will be fine.
I got a good attitude.
He says, well, if you have money, we have lodging. If you are in need of work, there's plenty that needs done.
I have some money.
I don't have a ton of gold at this point. I have some. I'm certainly not dirt poor.
Right.
I can afford a hotel room and a dinner
Yeah.
for a while.
I think that we'll have to do that.
I won't buy any fancy gear though.
We do need to get our bearings in the local area.
Is this one stranded in a fun little...
Alright, Cave, my friend, point us to your best discount inn.
Discount.
You got a red roof around here? Nice motor ends, those red roofs, I tell you.
Got any places
Change the
to
sheets
go by
every
the
other
hour?
guest.
He does point you in the direction
Yeah,
of he points you in the direction of an inn. Doesn't look all too fancy. Should be pretty fine. Pretty average stay. The inn is 5 silver pieces a night.
Awesome. Sounds great.
More than fair.
Oh, gladly
Yeah.
go for 5 silver pieces.
I can afford that.
And as you know, you're walking in, he says, if you should you need any, he's going to lead you to the inn itself. And he says, should you need anything, you can find me on the docks during most evenings.
Thank you.
Please do not think that I take your plight lightly. Please know that we, better than most, understand the horrors of Jevola and the things that creep up from the past. We just simply are dealing with too much here. Our scouts just recently found a group moving to an old temple ruin. And there's nothing we can do about it because we just simply don't have the manpower. So in order to
Slap
send
our
them,
knife down on the table. Show me.
make a persuasion or intimidation check, I guess. Not real sure which one that was gonna be, but whichever
They're
one
both-
you're
they're
feeling,
both
yeah, a little
really
both.
bad.
They're
Whichever-
both
oh, they're
charisma,
really
so-
bad.
Yes! 5.
5. He says,
I'm killing it today.
Yeah, you're killing something.
he says, I appreciate that, but why don't you get some rest?
I'm tired of the dreams of the teeth and the chains. We can't rest, for there is only nightmares.
My ship was just stolen. I'm currently manic. I need to keep my hands busy.
I
I'm
should.
gonna freak out.
I
Before
could really
freak
take a
out.
nap at this point.
I just woke up from my shift.
Make.
I've been up since like
I'll say
6.
make another persuasion check. This time with advantage, since everyone is now speaking up. Like, well, no, hang on, baby. Oh, except Gorda, who's like, eh.
Oh my god, dude.
We can start first thing in the morning.
Don't you get
but-
to re-roll one of those?
Did you?
Yeah,
I got a
reroll.
9. That's a
You're-
7.
That's a 1 though.
It's advantage.
Yeah,
Right,
but
but
it's still a 1.
halfway
You
one,
You
re-roll
get to
it.
reroll
all
one, so
ones.
technically, yeah, you could reroll that.
And they're both 7s.
What do you get in your plus
2.
9? He says,
The actual fuck.
why don't you get some sleep? and maybe we'll talk about that in the morning. Or maybe tomorrow evening when I'm back at my post.
Sure, yeah. I could really go for some sleep.
Good. Get some rest. I'm sorry about your ship.
How do we find you tomorrow?
The dogs.
He'll be at the
I'll
docks.
be
at the docks?
at my post.
Okay. I didn't know if you worked there or you came there from
Every
somewhere
evening.
else.
Oh, I work there every evening.
Is there a Temple of Melora nearby? Where we're staying around here?
Yes.
Okay, I figured there would be,
is sort of
but,
a temple to Melora.
He just kind of grits and he says,
duh. There's
My friend,
9.
the city of Cantrove is a temple to Melora.
Well, good. That's why I'm here.
Like, what would be the templiest?
If there was a part to go for, say, tithing or worship,
He says, but if you would care to know where the chantry is, it is on the northernmost side of the city.
Thanks.
You will not miss it.
Okay.
it'll be, the Chanty building.
It'll be glorious.
Place that smells like old people.
They're doing bingo.
Smells like a bunch of tabaxi, honestly.
Doing bingo.
Oh, God.
Smoking.
It's what my mother-in-law's apartment
Smells like cats and menthol cigarettes. No,
Wow. Certain.
And like a little bit of
That's a
tree.
specific vibe that I can
Sorry.
conjure up, unfortunately.
sorry to do that. to everyone.
You know how sometimes the boy upstairs gets to running real hard and he gets a little Frito smelly? What if that was like 5'8"?
Which boy are
Sometimes
you talking about?
6'2".
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm talking about our
Percy.
boy, Percy.
Oh, okay.
Percy.
Because, like,
Um,
that sounds like multiple
so
cats
you all
could have that
you
problem.
all get your rooms for the evening. Are you all gonna get anything to eat? Are you gonna, if there's anything you'd like to do, like to talk about before the end of the day, feel free to do that now. There's downtime for you all to do what you'd like to do. If
Definitely grab a snack and
Yeah.
go to bed.
Definitely getting food.
I think we should probably chat for.
Yeah.
yeah, do you think?
Maybe we should.
I don't know.
I keep giving you all opportunities to talk to each other, and everyone's just like, whatever.
Yeah, we should probably get some dinner, have a little conversation over the dinner.
Alright, I've been up since like way early. I did
we should
morning
probably
shift
converse
here,
in
so like
private.
you. Well, I mean,
I don't want to talk to your privates.
so like somebody's room.
Yeah, we'll all just congregate in somebody's room. It'll be fine.
My room.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're the
Captain's
guy.
quarters.
Yeah, captain's quarters.
This place is not incredibly busy. There's not a lot. There's one or two people in the actual dining hall, where like in the actual like sitting area. You feel like you could be pretty well left alone in here if you wanted to. You would not have to cram 5 people into a single sleeping room
Oh,
if you
okay.
didn't want to. Unless you're trying to be incredibly secretive about it, in which case I get it. But looking around, you get the idea that no one's really going to bother you here.
We could all like cut our hands and shake hands in the room, and it would be really.
We've already got the same tattoo.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have a theory.
Yeah.
I think that Jim Castover is related to Moray.
Wait. Moray from.
That one.
Okay. And what gives you this idea?
He kept like asking me about her,
Did he now?
and he like said he loved her and wanted
Did
me
he
to tell
now?
her that.
Uh huh.
And I don't know. It didn't. It seemed, like
Well, they do
not
both have-
platonic, but not, like
They do both.
not like
have
they were together, but they're not like.
So that
They-
must be.
We are not good at describing any of this.
I made that so bad.
Thank you.
You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
I get it.
Almost familial.
They do both use lightning and have scales.
Yeah, I'd say that it's
Did Moray
probably.
tell anyone her is that her real name?
That is her last name, Doncaster.
Well, that's what Cave said his last name was. Elliot Doncaster.
Mm-hmm. Her father. Maury
Did you already know this?
No. No, Maury
You
told
just
me.
seem pretty unsurprised by
I mean-
it. You're just like, yeah.
I mean, I guess. I
Idiot.
mean, what do you want me to do? Like, jump up and scream it? Like, it's definitely fucked up, but, what do you know about this guy? Like, I've barely
You know he stole
interacted
the
with him.
boat.
He's just this pirate that's been kicking it around on the boat, and then he stole it from us.
Quinrin.
Yeah.
Make a history check. With advantage this time.
Oh, yeah, okay. Maybe with advantage.
I'm just not saying anything yet because I want to see everyone's for a second.
Maury told me her parents lived in Taldora. She definitely didn't. No, actually, she said her family was Taldora. She didn't
Yep,
from
she said
Taldora.
family
She didn't say they lived there
family's from
currently.
Taldor.
So, I mean, it could be possible that her father is a ocean roaming pirate.
I think she may have said that her family lives in Taldor. Maybe she only said they're from Taldor. I can't remember.
She was
24.
raised by her grandparents.
24.
It happens all the time.
The DC has dropped since
Pirate
the
dad.
last time you did this. Because the last time you did this, you got a 24. And you couldn't quite place it. Because you didn't have a name.
Yeah, but now I got a name.
You only had a face. A pretty familiar face. And now you recognize that face. Because the name Elliot James Doncaster, the Dragon Scourge, has come up in books you have read about the Southern Islands and Cetera. Elliot James Doncaster is a wanted criminal.
No way. The
He is
pirate on our
wanted
boat was
on
wanted?
every continent in Exandria. Not dead or alive. Dead. He is wanted to be hanged for piracy and crimes on the high seas. He is incredibly fearsome. Known to leave a crew of 1 or 2 left aboard a desolate vessel
To tell a story.
only to tell the story if they live.
And he doesn't tip at restaurants.
Damn.
He's not allowed at restaurants.
That's the worst crime of all. Not to.
I was willing to turn a blind eye until now.
And
Right.
you realize that that is the man that has been in very close quarters with all of you. That was the man who grew scales and radiated lightning in a 200-foot arc from his body from the side of your ship. That is the man who just stole your ship and sailed away with it.
So you're telling me that that guy is like infamous?
Yeah, he's cool as shit. I've read so much about it.
I mean, he seemed like he really knew what he was doing. Definitely not.
Well, yeah, obviously, he's the goddamn Dragon Scourge.
And
They
wait,
don't
what does
call
that
you-
mean? The Dragon Scourge?
Oh, well, you didn't see that big lightning bolt that jumped out of his face and then decimated half of a ship?
Sure.
That was pretty
That's
scourgy.
that's the Dragon Scourge.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
I believe he is the Dragon Scourge.
Kills
like-
dragons.
No, is dragon. What with them scales and such.
Oh, fair enough.
No,
Thanks.
I believe he is the Dragon's Scourge.
No, not the Dragon's Scourge. The Dragon.
The Dragon,
Dragon.
Scourge.
Yeah, like
it's
dragon.
An, it's an
He is
important
the
differentiation.
Dragon Scourge.
Yeah, I need to
Yes.
remove the hyphenated S over here. I hear stuff sometimes, don't worry about me. yeah. So, basically what happened was we got our ship stolen by the most famous pirate ever, who's wanted.
Not quite the most famous pirate, just a real fucking nasty
he's,
one.
He's real wanted for doing stuff like this all the time.
Uh-huh.
Except he didn't kill us. He might kill those guys.
Well, thanks for the heads up, Quinrin.
I mean, he was really
Well,
nice.
you see, I didn't
He
know his
helped us-
name before because I thought it was Jim Castover because he fucking said it was Jim Castover. So I didn't ask to see his license. You hired him. He literally walked right up to you?
You were supposed to do an ocular pat down, and now it's your fault. It's your fault the ship got stolen. I'm really leaning into it now.
Damn it, you're right!
I'm really leaning into it
What
now.
kind of quartermaster allows the ship to get stolen that was the only one on the fucking inventory?
That's a
We can't just replace it!
One ship on the inventory.
To be fair, he did tell us right off that that was not his actual name.
Oh yeah, he didn't say that it was Elliot James Doncaster, the Dragon Scourge either. So
I'm loving this.
Did he give you any indication? Like, are you gonna tell us about that, or?
Yeah, I was just.
He just let you all suffer. I love that. That's so good. Just sit over there.
Well,
Pick
since
on me
our
all the
ship-
time.
I was about to say we deserve the shit out of all of that.
Since our ship was stolen, I guess you could have this back.
Ah, yes. I will take.
Okay,
Damn it!
I've had my fun. I've hurt Quinrin's feelings. Now we're even for the pie.
All right,
Oh,
listen.
pie.
I'm gonna fill the crew in about the message and about
Yeah, I'm out.
the story about my mother and her connection with
Okay.
Jim Castover, and that our ship wasn't actually stolen. That's the long and short of it.
So, he told
And
you
that Finn's mom is coming here.
It was a chess move.
well, what a guy, I guess.
So your mom's a
I
pirate
told you
too?
he was fucking cool.
I mean, as much as any bloodthirsty pirate can be.
All right, first off, we've never seen him drink blood. That is a very unfair and kind of stereotypical statement.
We can't disprove it though either.
And for this reason, we have religion.
Pray on it.
Point of order: religion's very provable in this universe. Like Zilgrim is a walking, talking. Garuk is like
Gods
they're
just
both like
sort of work.
God's like there's like. So like in the
Sometimes
real world,
people
you know how
meet
there's
them.
like gray area between like the alignments and everything. Well, like in D&D, those hard alignments really do exist, and they are like the celestial and
Yeah,
the,
yeah,
like,
absolutely,
There's
absolutely.
like there really is a hell, and there really actually is a heaven here. The rest is gray area. Everything in between is gray
We
area.
are the
But like
gray
there
area.
are, in fact, some serious like you can go there. You can just go there. It's wild.
That's my next.
But outside of that, it's all gray area.
So, so your mom's a pirate.
I'm half pirate.
Yeah, at least.
Wait,
What's the other half?
is Jim your
Not
stepdaddy?
pirate?
Oh, I thought it.
I guess he could be.
That would be weird. I feel like he would have said that if he was.
I feel like he would have been like, "I'm your stepdaddy, boy."
That's why he wants to see you do so well.
Guess we'll find out.
He didn't call you champ or anything.
No,
So.
he didn't ask to throw the old pigskin or
He
anything.
did call
like
you
that.
Boyo a lot, though.
Oh.
He's barking your mom. I'm in your head.
Somebody's getting those guts, and that somebody is Elliot James Doncaster.
Elliot James Doncaster.
D&D is
Watch
done.
as I summon 100,000 little pirates.
Canceled.
So very
Sorry.
canceled.
All right. Anyway,
Oh my
so
God.
yeah, you
Just
tell
found
them
out my
all.
mom is alive after my whole life, and then I find out she's getting banged by a pirate.
I mean,
Yeah, you do know she's alive. You do know she's been looking for you. She just didn't know where to go or where to look. She went back to the island where she dropped you off at, but not a whole lot of luck there.
What an amazing happenstance that both of us head to the bilge and we run into our parents in a roundabout way. Me much more directly and much less appreciative of that situation.
That's what you get. For
But
having
yeah,
parents.
your pirate stepdad is here to introduce you to your mom after all these years.
Does that mean eventually
You're asking me a lot of questions. I don't
Gornet
know
is
the
going to
answers
be Finn's stepsister-in-law?
This is getting way too complicated.
This is getting tangled.
I feel like you're more interested than I am.
I was gonna say, it's like the newest TV drama for Garuk.
D&D Grassy.
No.
Wow.
No.
Wow.
Take it back.
Wow.
You really,
I'm
really...
upset with you.
Oh my god.
The disappointment is palpable in this room.
Do it one more time and I'm gonna jibby the fuck out of you.
That's 10 out of 10.
Degrassi.
Huh. Well then.
Oh, man.
Good night,
I
everybody.
don't think I want to DM for you guys.
I understand if you have to kill my character
I'm
now.
very traumatized.
So the worm awakens.
Yeah, yeah, and swallows the entire continent with you all in it. Good night.
Doodle.
No. So, you all have your conversation. If there's anything else you want to do before going to bed?
Should we look for Langley while we're here?
I mean, we might
Well, so
keep
far
an
we've
eye out.
only seen cats.
Well,
Which
he's
would
really
make it
easy to
easier
pick
to
out.
find
Yeah.
them.
Unless
Yeah,
he's
it's like
wearing
the
cat
Dwarven
ears.
Kingdom, you just look for a tall guy.
Just anybody over
there a tall
5'5"
guy
and
who's
you
come
pretty
for
much
you?
got him. You just be like, "Hey, bro, you Langley?"
Somebody's looking for you.
See how well that works out.
Yeah.
This is going to work real well.
We'll be fine.
The
Yeah.
fuck did you call me? You all now have some information about what the hell's going on, why your ship was stolen. You know it wasn't exactly stolen, but
Or at least the most notorious pirate that we've ever met has told us.
I was
it
gonna
wasn't
say,
stolen.
what it
was
really does
borrowed.
boil down to, though, is that your ship is fucking gone, and you're kind of stuck here.
Well, damn.
You don't have any of your travel supplies. You don't really have your cooking supplies either. Those are still on the ship.
Right, because why would we have been carrying that?
Yo, just in case somebody steals my bow.
Right.
Shit.
Yes, sir. Hi, Captain.
So,
Captain of what?
but you are, well, fair.
At least my religion's not falling apart.
Hey, his
My
religion's
religion's
not
not
falling
falling
apart as
apart.
much as the leadership within it is.
Just the order.
Right.
So, yeah, that's no big deal. Just the organization of the religion therein and all of the authority that exists within it. No sweat.
Just
No sweat.
maybe just that one chapter. I mean, those guys are dicks.
I was gonna say we didn't really explore further to know if the other chapters are.
I was about to say
doing
you
the
haven't been to
same.
another city
Yeah,
here
we don't know.
that has one of your
Yeah.
chapters in it. So,
I mean,
Is there one of those
The-
here?
the one back at the Menagerie Coast was pretty chill.
yeah, they sent you here.
Yeah, like
Just keep that in mind.
is there one of those? Is there a Temple of Court here?
I don't know.
Nobody asked.
Just saying, they might write letters to each other. Might be something to
you
find
don't know.
out.
So, if there's nothing else you all would like to do,
I don't think so.
you all bed down for the evening. You each have your own rooms. And with sleep come dreams.
I said what happened. I called it.
These are not the same dreams that you are used to.
Oh.
They are
Turbo dream.
they are in a way
We're living in the source now.
they are much more rapid and violent and scary, and they hit with images that appear more like flashbulbs, but they strike you like memories. Chains, teeth, a swamp, the jungle, massive iron doors, darkness, darkness, darkness. Suddenly you are awake again. You all have gotten your full rest, but you do not feel well after sleeping here tonight.
Maybe we should spend more money on a hotel because this one
I
sucks.
think they have bed bugs here.
Fucking
Got
bed
hepatitis
trauma.
from the woods.
Why did you lick it?
Yeah, don't lick toilet seats.
And we're going to take a quick break.
I'm so slow.
You wake up in the morning feeling
Like P. Diddy.
bad. No, bad. You feel like R. Kelly.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's awful.
I don't
You
wanna
wake
pee on
up feeling
kids.
awful. You wake up feeling like you woke up in prison. The dreams were intense. They were no, like sex while camping.
Fucking intense.
Fucking intense.
That's
So you get the idea that this is
The place.
not going to get any better while you're here. You feel like you probably don't really want to go through that again if you don't have to. But here you are anyway. It is the next morning. You can grab a meal here for 2 silver pieces a piece if you want, or you can go out somewhere else.
2 silver.
Probably here.
2
It's not a
silver
bad
pieces.
price.
I conveniently have 2 silver pieces, so I'd rather just spend those.
I also have silver pieces and am here already.
Convenience. Convenience is key.
Breakfast at whatever this inn is.
Yeah. Didn't really get a name, just sort of followed Cave over here to it.
That's what it's called.
Whatever
is
this
in.
is. And you all have the day in front of you. Cave told you that you'd be able to find him in the evening. So it seems like you've got a little bit of time before you'd even be able to meet up with him. Is there anything you all would like to do while you're here?
2-part question.
Mhm.
Part number 1. Do you think somebody at the temple could do or give us guidance about these dreams?
So I hope so, but I don't know. I was sent here
Part 2.
for that.
Part 2. Do you want to go to the temple?
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like
I'm
that should.
still a little bit on a
That is,
pilgrimage.
I was about to say, this is your pilgrimage, and we are where you should be. I feel like you take priority over.
Well, I mean, we're all having the dreams that led me onto the pilgrimage. So.
Right,
Okay.
right. But you're
You want in on
supposed
that?
to be here, and hopefully
This is
our
also
connection to
nice.
you gives us the benefit of being helped by being here.
Nah, Melora's nice, so.
Come
It's
He's
fine.
purring. He's just sitting there purring. Come on, buddy. He's all right. He's Merlin. He's just sitting there purring.
You
He's
can
just
pick him up
yawning.
if
He's
you want
squinting.
to.
I'm trying to invite him up, but he's just going.
Yeah, he's weird but content in his ways.
It's fine, bud. You'd be weird. Oh, there he goes.
Okay.
He's needed a pat on the head for reassurance.
Yeah, he's weird.
I'd like to go see the Temple of Melora.
Yeah, I feel like that would be a good idea for the dreams. They might know how to help.
I was advised that the Tabaxi at the Temple of Melora were the experts
The experts
on
at what?
dreams related to horrible meat walls and chains.
Well, this is the temple
Perfect.
town full of tabaxis, so
Temple Town sounds like a great place to visit. Let's go. Let's go
It's
to
on
this
the
chantery.
northeast side.
The mostest northest side.
Northernmost side
Temple Town sounds like a Soundgarden album.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're not really wrong though.
I'd listen to it.
Soundgarden, yeah. Showing my age.
So you all
there.
make your way through the city for a while, and it doesn't take long to spot the temple. It's very large and easily the most decorative building in the entire city. It is covered in plant life. It is a large, very old, apparently very old stone structure that is covered in vines. It is almost like, how do I describe this? So it almost looks like it was carved from one huge piece of stone. It's massive. It's almost the size of a city block. It's huge, and it all appears to be one piece.
Wow.
We found it.
Like the anime.
Just like the anime.
Perfect.
But it is covered in vines and moss. The vines are all blooming with flowers. It's a beautiful structure, and at the top of it is a massive statue of Melora.
Nice.
This is definitely the right place.
Perfect. Let's go in.
Wow.
Yeah, let's head on in.
Yeah.
So this is your temple? Like this is
Like
where you were
own
headed?
it?
No,
Swanky.
the
I didn't
temple
know you
for
were rich. We don't need a ship.
hell
No,
yeah.
we don't need a ship. We're living here now.
Hell yeah, let's kick it
sure,
at the
yeah.
temple.
Monk now.
I'm a monk now. That conversion was easy.
Anyway,
Sea life's for me.
Merlin, stop it.
She is a
Megan
tempest
Biscuits is trying to
deity.
bite me.
Yeah, that's what having Merlin in your lap is like.
Squish her.
Then he falls asleep. And then
Right.
he drools.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's probably gonna be drooling on me here soon. Here, go find Patrick.
Go find Patrick. Go find your dad.
Go find Patrick. He
he's
likes.
just gonna lick his balls.
He likes
well,
you.
it's not
It's
balls.
non-ball.
Oh yeah.
Non-ball.
Oh right.
Non-ball.
Yeah, non-ball.
He only had one to remember.
Crypt Orchid.
Just like Patton.
Solo dolo.
So what a weird factoid. Thank you.
So
So
you all
badass.
make your way into the temple, and the temple is open air. It's all. There's no doors on this temple. All of the archways are all open. It seems that the temple floor is grass, just like the outside. In each room, there is, rather than being any actual lights anywhere there would need to be light, there is just magical light floating in the corridors. There is, in the center of the temple, a very large, very beautiful tree that's growing. Roots very thick, very twisted and gnarled. They stick up out of the ground almost a foot in some places. And the tree is easily 15 feet across. It's a very large tree. And around it are many of the worshippers of Melora. Not just Tabaxi here, though. You see that there are people of many different races here that have all seemingly made the pilgrimage here to the domain of Melora.
The
if you
temple to
will.
go to.
Right.
I'm gonna go up to that tree and take a gander at it.
Just take a gander
I'm
at
just
the
gonna take it all in.
tree. It's
Look up at it.
especially
Sit
to
on a
you,
big root.
It's a bit larger than life. This whole building and the tree inside of it. You're sitting there just kind of admiring the tree when you are approached by someone wearing very obviously traditional robes of Melora with her symbol around the front. And they have vestments. It is a Tabaxi woman. She approaches you and she says, "Welcome. Is there anything I can help you with?"
I'm actually here on a pilgrimage, like many others here, obviously, but about some horrible nightmares that I've had, and I was advised to come here and seek counsel. Not sure who I would talk to about that specifically.
Tell them about the teeth.
The dreams have teeth.
And the meat wall.
And we have the meats.
That was fucked up. Oh my god.
You're all just behind me yelling while I'm trying to have a peaceful moment. I'm just like.
I'm making sure they understand the gravity of the situation.
As far as like getting ready to open their mouth and then that and then.
I guess I should also, while we're here, mention that there's chains in the dreams as well.
Movie moment, dude.
And
And
answer the words that were about to come out of her mouth continued to change as you all kept saying stuff. It's like that appropriately broke my brain, as well as the person in the game who is supposed to be hearing that. That was.
That's what we do, baby.
Bludgeoneers.
The bludgeoning is not always
no.
physical.
We
No,
broke
it's
the
not.
GM. Does that mean we win D&D?
We might
no.
just for a second.
Just
maybe.
this session. And only if he doesn't TPK us in response.
Which we would deserve.
Big stone structure collapses. You're all dead. No rolls.
Tree caught fire.
The tree caught fire. The building fell over. You all died. The world sank.
Damn.
So old Quigley Joe swallows everything.
Yeah.
Poops out diamonds later.
She says,
Think about it.
"Oh, that was a lot.
Tell me about it.
My name is Air. It's nice to meet you all. You are
I'm Zilgrim Dapplebrass.
a pleasure. I see you are also a worshiper of Melora.
Yes. And I'm
You
gonna.
said you were sent here on a pilgrimage.
Yes.
From where?
Let me look at where I'm from. It's been a long time
I think
since
you're
I
from
was
Guarden.
there. I was. Yes.
Okay.
From Guarden. Do you know how long ago that was?
Yes, I do.
So long ago.
I was there.
I was also only there for 1
4,000
session.
years ago. I was there.
I was there, Gandalf.
She says, "Oh, lovely.
Super
Who are the
far.
rest of you?
Oh, born a crabtooth.
Nice to meet you. Are you also here on pilgrimage?"
No, not for Melora.
My friends also have the same
see.
dreams.
Right. Dreams.
And sometimes we see each other in the dreams.
Shared
What were the
dreams?
rest of your names first? Let's start with names. You all move very quickly.
I'm just like, I'm abandoned by my parents.
What your name?
My name's Finnegan.
Because of cartoons in the early 2000s, I like goth girls.
Let's just let's just rein it in. Let's back it on up. Start at the uppermost, upper crust level name. Gorna Crabtooth. Nice
That's
to meet
me.
you.
Nice
What's
to
your
meet you
name?
here.
I am Quinlan Moonfate.
Quinrin Moonfate.
Garug Iron Tusk.
Garuk Iron Tusk.
Finnegan Keenbill.
Fantastic. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. As I said before, my name is Air. Welcome to the temple. This is the main chantry. The entire city itself is a temple to Melora, and it is possible to feel her blessings throughout, but if you ever have any deeper meditation or need aid from any of the chantry members, or wish to do any studying, you are welcome here in the chantry anytime. Now, with that being said, let's talk about why you're here.
Trauma dump.
So you were sent here on pilgrimage because you're having dreams,
Nightmares.
nightmares.
Horrible.
And the Chantry and Gordon seems to think we can help with that.
Yeah, because they seem to think that it's related to Melora somehow.
Okay.
Because of the chains and the meat and the teeth. The writhing meat
Let's
wall.
talk about those three things. Let's break these down. Let's start with...
Yeah, please, let's.
Let's start with... Actually, I believe you all mentioned something about sharing these dreams. You all
Yeah.
have these dreams.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah,
used to
they're-
have them, and now I do. And well,
Yeah.
ever since I met this little guy,
Just sort of.
So, chains. Start with
Yep,
chains.
check.
They come down from the sky. And they're like
And up from the ground.
This
into the
guy.
ground.
just sort of
latching
a black
on.
void.
The meat wall.
It pulsates.
Yeah, like a wall,
It's got like eyes
But
and
like
teeth.
meat. But like everywhere.
Meat, like...
Like
Writhing
muscle.
flesh.
Flesh.
Oh, not meat,
Sinew.
not like food. Like
No, you
No,
probably
it like
wouldn't wanna eat the
living
meat wall.
flesh.
Like-
More like it may.
Live-
Yeah, like people meat almost. Probably.
Oh,
Yeah, not good meat. Bad
okay. And teeth.
Mhm.
This one concerns me. Teeth?
Mhm.
Uh huh.
Yeah,
Just teeth.
Like all
well,
varieties.
the better to chew you with, my dear.
Like
Just teeth.
as far as the eye can see.
Why don't you walk me through one of these shared dreams?
Well, usually because we float.
Yeah,
Start
we're
at the
hovering.
beginning.
We're usually hovering, looking at this wall of pulsating meat.
There seems
And,
We're
to be
all
some
there.
sort of a
We can
force field
communicate
around
with
it.
each other.
and as we change things in the space, it stays that way. Like we did hit the meat that one time.
Well, one time I felt something else, and it gave me some sort of ability to almost damage the wall. I don't know.
Isn't that
Let
when
me
the
be
wall
very
turned
clear.
and looked at us?
Yeah, it was.
Let me be very clear. Dreams themselves are never shared. Communication with others through dreams is never a thing that happens. This is warnings from a higher power. Dreams are just dreams. What you all are experiencing is a form of divine intervention.
From whom?
Last time this happened,
Melora.
indeed, Melora and
So what?
Moradin. Is like the other side of the coin. Melora. Moradin is, or not the other side of the coin. It's more like hand in hand. Moradin, the Allhammer.
Are they married?
God of the Forge.
Kind
Are
of.
they married? I can't remember exactly, but often worshipped by the dwarves. God of Iron. I can't remember all the exact details.
Well, that would explain the
That-
chains.
Well, that's it's so cool because like the Tabaxi.
Last time, dreams like this were held. The dwarven king received dreams of chains, teeth, and writhing meat, and took it as a sign from Moradin, while members of the Tabaxi received the same dreams and took it as a sign from Melora. They were warnings, and they were right to heed them. Because shortly after, a great war broke out. We believe these dreams, if you all are indeed having them, should not be taken lightly. And this may very well spell the dawn of yet another great war. If this is the case, we will fail. The Tabaxi cannot handle this on their own, and our numbers are too few.
We've already talked to the dwarves.
And they've offered an envoy.
They have offered an envoy.
They are aware. They know.
They are aware.
They were our first stop as they were
We were
conveniently
tasked
closer.
from Vulcan Authority to make both the dwarves and the Tabaxi aware.
Good. Unfortunately, our chantry does not exactly have sway over the government here in Cantrove. But we can suggest that they do heed your dreams and attempt to send an envoy themselves. We are spread very thin here, however, as I'm sure you've been made aware.
Mm-hmm.
I will do what I can. And I will bring these concerns up with our local government. And in the meantime, any help you can offer here may sway their decision. Any weight that may be lifted from our people in order to send someone from here on such a long and dangerous trip. And make no mistake, the trip through the jungle at this point can be a very dangerous trip.
Well, the guard at the docks that we talked to yesterday mentioned something about they needed somebody to stop some ruin hunters.
Yes, that's been quite a bit of a problem. Rich people with nothing better to do come down from the city of Kalnora and hunt our lost relics in the jungle.
If we were to put our manpower to that, could that free up some manpower to envoy with the Vulcan Authority?
It may. If nothing else, it would be incredibly appreciated. Incredibly appreciated. And it may even ingratiate you with...
Well, we'll have to go back and talk to Cave whenever we're
Oh,
near
you
the
meant
docks.
Cave.
Yeah. Didn't know if you guys would know each other or not.
He would be the one to talk to if you were going to get something like this done.
We'll have to go back this evening when he's at the dock.
A shame, really, because I was kind of hoping we could have it done before we got on shift.
I couldn't point you in the direction of where. I work in the chantry. I'm not a scout or a soldier.
Yeah, no. Probably not one for hearing a lot of rumors.
So for now, should we just enjoy the temple?
Please. For as long as you'd like. I, on the other hand, need to go speak with several of the others here at the chantry and then make my way over to the... what the hell? I can't think of the word. Government building.
BMV.
Sure.
Gotta hit up the BMV.
Hit up the
man.
BMV. Yeah, I'm at a total loss for words. So yeah, she leaves you all to it, to the chantry. It is yours. You all can hang out in there for a while if you want to. You can stop. You can meditate if you'd like. But for the most part, the rest of the day is yours. It is. It's like noon now.
So, you're a weirdo paladin, so you've been wearing your armor and probably carrying your weapon this entire time.
Well, not all of my weapons. I left my axe on the ship.
Okay.
The sword and shield, though.
You don't have a weapon at all.
Yeah, I've got a battle axe.
You got your
and
battle-
there's a
okay,
dagger
okay.
on my belt.
She can take her secondary weapon.
Okay. I thought we were gonna have to go pick up a whoop ass stick before we. I mean, not that I
Yeah,
don't
I
think
kept
you're
that
capable
morning
with
star
your
around because one of these days I intended to really hit someone with it, but I just haven't gotten around to it yet.
No, I totally understand.
It's the same reason I keep the kneecapper on my backpack.
Stab her.
No, the kneecapper, the mace.
Oh.
The one that I broke that paladin's knees with before you stabbed him in the neck.
Oh,
What?
yeah.
No,
That
that
guy was
never
really
happened.
Our evil arc. Our
That guy
very
was-
brief and intense evil arc.
We were still figuring things out.
I thought we decided to uncanonicalize that and never talk about it again.
Nothing. No. No.
Strike that from the record. No, it's in the notes somewhere.
It's definitely canon. We're problematic.
Yeah, that was a definitive moment for my character.
Yeah, you definitively didn't give a shit about stabbing that dude.
He shouldn't have been a piece of shit.
Yeah, that's when I found out that the people of my order were gigantic douche nuggets, and
I'm not saying that we were wrong. I'm just saying we probably went about it the wrong way.
We were in a tight spot.
There are a lot of ways to skin a cat, one of which being don't skin the fucking cat.
Rook even got himself some fun little dreams after that one.
oh yeah,
Personal dreams.
Oh.
Is there anything we do need to hit, like try to search the city for? Does anybody require anything?
Well, I mean, as a wizard, I'm always looking for a way to learn new spells. And as a food addict, I'm also always looking for new ways to play with food.
Is there a local gym? I don't know how the tabaxi, like.
They
Yeah.
just climb
Yeah,
through.
there is. There is. There's actually a local gym.
It's all scratching posts and carpeted walls. Fucking Ninja Warrior gym.
There's ropes like for climbing, but they've all got like little tufts of feathers hanging from the ends of them.
There's a
Bells,
track.
yeah.
There's a tabaxi
There's a
on
track
their
that's
back.
carpeted
Yeah,
that
right.
they carpet shark in big circles around.
Yeah.
There's just one old buff guy doing
You know those, like-
pull-ups on a bar.
You know those big round things with a little like plastic ball in it that spins
Oh,
around.
yeah.
There's one of those, but it's huge.
You gotta like punch
Yeah.
it back and
medicine
forth.
balls in it.
Yeah, yeah. But no, yeah, there is a gym. There is a gym. It's
Sweet.
yeah, it's decently stocked. Let that roll. Yeah.
Imagine a tabaxi like hunkering down and then you know cats like put their paw in something. It's so funny. Oh man, that's a funny thought.
Yeah, there's a gym. It's adorable.
see, now I'm just imagining Tabaxi like running around after a laser pointer
Yeah,
through
I
this
know,
fucking
right?
gym.
It's really hard to not picture them as just big
One
kitties.
tabaxi's whipping the
Oh,
battle ropes.
that's what
and the
happens
other
when
one's
you're,
at the
you're
other end
lazy
losing
as a
their fucking
tabaxi.
mind.
It won't work out. They get out the laser pointer and
Yeah.
it makes you work out.
It's not fair.
The person just a dude with a laser pointer.
Don't make me get the laser pointer out.
The protein bar's a cat-made girl cafe. Just awful.
So, is there anything else anyone else would like to do? Anything else anyone else would like to do during this downtime before you all go find Cave again?
I need to purchase some rations.
Rations? Okay. Easy enough to do.
We need general store.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
guess we should all purchase rations, technically.
Yeah.
You might want to, unless you got some with you still. Yeah.
Maybe a backpack of some sort.
Yeah, not a problem. Not a problem.
Can I see the PHP real quick? That's a dick move.
Rations one day, 5 silver pieces.
5 silver per day.
5 silver per day.
Yep. And I'd say that with the state that the city is in, you all are not able to buy any more than 3 rations apiece if you're all buying rations.
Oh, nice.
I would like to buy 3.
I'm gonna buy 2
I'm buying
for
3.
one sexy gold piece.
I will also buy 2.
I'll do 3.
So, I know that I don't have a ship right now. I want to try and find a cool hat.
Cool hat.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a perception check. Maybe you find yourself
Sniff out a hat.
a haberdasher.
12.
Does it say how much a
12?
backpack costs?
12.
Or at least a pouch?
Yeah.
looking
There's
for right now.
there's not anyone. You don't find anyone who's like fucking making hats
A hat.
right there. Yeah, you don't find a hattist.
Two
GP.
But you do find a couple of clothing stores.
Is that for the backpack?
One of
or
them
the
looks to be a
pouch?
little bit more high fashion
For
and
the
high
backpack.
end.
Okay.
The other one seems to be
Pouch
a little more standard.
is 5 silver.
Both of them have hats in them.
I want to go to the fancy store.
You can go fancy
How big is
store.
the pouch? It doesn't say.
So yeah, you walk on in.
Oh, okay.
You walk on in, and
Just
there's
says
there's actually
pound
there's
pouch.
a very large orc behind the counter when you walk in, and he looks.
It's
Fucking
on this
snazzy.
page.
He's got
Very nice.
he's got a white
Ouch.
shirt button down. He's got his hair slicked back. It's a little short, but it's an undercut. He's got these leather suspenders that he's wearing over top. It's a very well fitted gray and black striped.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's-
like pinstripe pants.
Let's go for the backpack.
Quite suave.
This is my place. I look at my cape that I cut with
That
my
you-
dagger. And I'm just like, I belong here.
These are my
100%.
people.
Oh, I forgot
Oh.
you had your raggedy cape.
Oh
We
yeah.
Gillian has the other
We
half.
should also get water skins.
Oh. That's a really wise idea. Do I not have one of those already? I have one.
Yeah. Did you leave it on the boat?
No, it's
No.
part of my backpack.
Dorna
okay.
takes her pack because her idol stays in her pack.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yep. The rest of you,
Oh,
though,
that
if
thing
you don't
over
have
there.
one, you may want to grab one.
Essie and me are
Yeah.
a team.
That's 2 silver.
2 silver.
So,
Two slivers.
you walk in, and this large orcish man looks you up and down, and he says, "So, what?"
Pat, please.
Right. We have several.
Could you point me to your hat section, please?
He just kind of looks up, and there are hats on hooks that go a good length of the ways around the store.
Wow, that's a weird way to.
Huh.
Make a perception. Make an investigation check for me, actually.
Oh wait, I'm actually good at these. This is the one I'm actually good at. Oh yeah. Ah. 7.
7.
There's a lot of hats. It's a little overwhelming. You get the idea you might have to actually open up to this guy and, like, maybe, you know.
Okay.
You do see a couple, like, there's a little piss cap.
I'm
There's
gonna walk up to some of the hats and look at a couple, and I'm gonna grab one, and I'm gonna look at it and I'm gonna knock on it.
It actually goes. Thump, 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 thump. It's because it's like a short top hat, you know. But it's not a top hat. It's got curled edges at the sides.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
Put
yeah,
it back on the
slash.
hook, and I'm just like, this is so frustrating. I literally just looked at one hat, and I'm just like,
And he says, "Are we looking for something specific?"
I'm the captain of a ship, And I
Stop.
want to.
Stop. 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 Say no more. And he turns around and he grabs a hat off of one of the hooks, and you don't really see it because he's broad. And he turns around and he has in his hands, it's not a tricorn. It's not like a round brim. It's like one of those really long on the back and the fork.
Yes.
It's got the frills that hang from it all the way around. It's massive. It sticks way out. It's like blues and greens, and the little tassels that hang all the way around it are white. It's got the green has a peacock pattern all on all the inside of it, and the interior itself is like this really, really ostentatious gold and blue like paisley.
There's no way I can afford this hat.
And he says, "No, you can't." And then he grabs this huge feather. Huge feather. Like, as he moves it, the whole thing moves like a feather duster. And he sticks it in the head and he says, "You can't afford not to have it now." And he fits it on you, and it's just...
You can't even see his face
if
you're looking down at him.
It fits
Look, if you're
on your
tall.
head, but it's just like, it makes a statement.
We'll never lose you on the deck of the ship, that's for sure.
I don't know. This might be too much. I like to think I'm the life of the party, but it's almost...
You see his face goes...
He's so bored with you.
And he grabs the hat,
As an awful fashion person,
turns around,
you need it.
puts it back on the hook,
The most flamboyant hat in the building.
and he
walked
grabs
away from it.
a hat next to it, which is it's a little more like Captain Barbossa. Like, it's kind of wide brimmed. It's kind of curled up on one side. Yeah, it's got the nice. It rounds almost to a point, but it's flat on top. And he takes the nice big feather and he sticks the big feather back in it, and he kind of gives you a look, and then he puts that on your head.
What color is it?
The hat,
Yeah.
brown.
Oh, okay.
The feather is still the big, crazy, like really colorful, large feather.
Well, yeah, you need that.
I'm just like, I like feel it. It's not a bad hat.
It's a fine hat.
I'm gonna look in the mirror. I assume there's a mirror somewhere.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna look in the mirror.
They probably have a 360.
Do I look cool?
Do you look cool?
Do I look cool?
Do you look cool? You like this hat?
I think I look pretty cool.
It's Finnegan style, big, big Captain Barbossa style hat, big wide brim, long, big feather. Definitely makes a statement. It doesn't look as outlandish as the other hat you were just wearing, but it looks like something you might be able to wear for a while and get used to.
How much?
He looks at you and he says, 20 gold.
20 gold? What is it made of?
Leather.
Oh, well, when you put it like that, take my money.
Take my money. This guy, you get the idea. This guy's kind of had it. You didn't want the other hat.
I'm
He's
used
just,
to that. I'm pretty used to that.
Yeah.
I really like to. It's like a mental mind game. Gotta wear them down.
God.
I'm gonna give him the 20 gold and take the hat.
Okay. He says, "Oh, thank you. If you ever need anything else, please come back. I'll be here with my hat."
I'm kind of curious how much that hat was.
It's a 100 gold piece hat right there.
It's not
Probably.
a prize.
Way too fancy.
Maybe
hat.
50.
No. Is it more? 200 gold?
I already, I had a feeling it was
400
gonna be outrageous.
Like pickles at Gen Con.
400 gold hat.
Oh yeah.
I
It
should've got
does have
that one.
tassels on it.
That one would've been
400
awesome.
gold pieces, big, massive, gaudy, gold. No, white tassels.
Mhm, and gold on the inside.
Gold on the inside, yeah.
It had both.
If I bought that,
Gold
it would've
with
been
blue
stolen
paisley on the
before this
inside.
session ended.
That's true.
It would have been gone.
Just walking down the street and somebody's like, yoink!
I'm just like, new hat, goofing. Some tall person takes it and just holds it up.
Gorda. Got your hat.
What are you gonna do about it?
That was such an expensive hat. That was gonna be.
I was about to say, don't you remember that time we had our giant dinosaur person bite a dude to death?
Yeah.
Just straight up bit a dude to death?
Yeah.
I wouldn't worry about somebody holding a hat over my head.
It's probably fair.
Yeah.
Lose that arm.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
I'd be like, hey, it'd be real crazy if you bit that person's face off, wouldn't it? Go.
Finn did get that lantern and immediately, like,
Yeah,
it broke.
well, that's because he
dropped
yucked
it.
it.
I'm just saying, like, I understand where the thought process comes from with
That
the
was.
hat.
I forgot about that. I had repressed that. How dare you bring that up?
Sorry. I'll never do it again.
That was like session 2.
Finn's blind ass can finally see at night. Oh, never mind.
Huh.
I'm gonna throw my lantern, and everybody at the table's like,
It was like. It was like 5 minutes old, dude.
Wonderful.
I still have a flask of oil for that lantern.
So we can start more fires.
You could probably find someone else to sell you another lantern, maybe.
Well, now I know how to cast light. So.
Oh, that's not a problem.
Yeah.
That
Cares
problem
about
is
lantern.
handled.
I was gonna suggest get like an enchanter to enchant some goggles.
I don't have to. I can touch my hat and make it glow now. Bing, boop.
Yeah,
That's true.
make yourself
actually,
the target.
A beacon.
Make the rogue the target. That's great.
Move really fast.
Maybe it's part of the plan.
I'm a
What
stealth.
plan?
Well, the thing about that.
Exactly.
See, they'll.
All right, roll for disadvantage.
It'll be
And now
so
do it
bright and
again.
distracting that they'll never see it coming.
If Gillian ever fucking
You have to
wakes up, you
dazzle
could cast
your
light on
enemy.
him and then send him as a distraction somewhere.
Have you finished fixing him?
Yeah, but he's not awake
I'll walk in.
all the way.
It seems like the crystal may have been damaged. That
Right.
that was put into Gillian, which is why you were trying to find Fidget.
Yeah.
So you
It
know that
did
he
flicker
knows
one
how.
time when Finn was drunk talking to him at the bar, but it hasn't happened again.
Maybe you should try talking to him.
I do. I tell him about everything we're doing all the time. Don't you hear me mumbling behind you? He's always with me.
I'll say he does ride on.
My head.
Yeah, on
like a hat. He's not alive, but he's on there.
He's not missing out on anything. He's just sleeping through it.
I have his little feet tucked under the goggles that I use to tinker with so he doesn't fall off.
Well, is there anything else you all would like to get done? We have hat now. We have water, skin, and rations.
Stuff.
That thing.
Well,
I'm basically broke, so unless there's a place for me to go get money.
Is there a money store in town?
Money store? Yeah, there's a bank.
Cool, let's rob it.
Yeah, trying to rob the bank.
Oh wait, hold on. You got really upset when I was gonna steal spells.
Yeah.
Yeah. This was called sarcasm.
Oh, your people don't get to play sarcasm. You're supposed to be stoic.
You're supposed to be stoic.
I'm still basically a teenager.
Well,
Hey, he's breaking down his walls. Shut up.
So, is anybody doing anything else?
No.
If not, we can go ahead and roll into the evening as the sun begins to set. Around the time when Cave said he would be back at his post.
Yeah.
dogs.
Yep.
To the rock dock. As you all descend the stairs, or ascend the stairs to the docks, you are not hampered in any way or stopped or anything like that. You make your way up all of the stairs, all 300 feet back up to the docks, and it's quite the journey, but you do make it, and Cave is there where he said he would be. And he looks at you all and he says, "You didn't leave."
We didn't leave. We're still here.
Ship's gone.
You know.
Ship's gone.
What are you gonna do? Well, our
I'll
plan
sail.
was to talk to you again about this relic hunter problem that you're having.
Right. You all want to lend a hand? You all want to help out? It would be greatly appreciated.
We've been known to solve a problem or two from time to time.
Generally with violence.
Is this a problem that can be solved with violence?
We prefer it didn't,
We're just being really persuasive.
but if it comes to that,
Away she goes, boys.
he leans in. He says, "If it comes to that, don't leave any of them alive."
Understood.
Where should we bring the relics that they potentially are stealing? Should we
Well,
leave
that's
them or
that's
should
a
we bring them
manner
back?
entirely different. If you can, all we ask is that you deter these poachers from here. Send them back to where they came. If you find these relics and bring them back, that's an entirely different matter.
It would seem kind of silly not to, since we're already in the area. And if they're not there, they can't be stolen.
Hey, look, you want to risk your life inside of one of those ruins like they do, you go right ahead.
We could just wait outside until they come out with it and then kill them.
Like I said, that'd be a different story, and we wouldn't ask
Deter
you.
them.
Deter them. We're not-
We could deter them from leaving with it so that we could bring
Right.
it back.
We wouldn't
Eternally.
ask you to.
Deter them.
I can be
from being
very
alive.
persuasive.
Scold them and
We
send
wouldn't
them
ask
home
you to
their
enter
mothers.
one of those ruins on our behalf.
Are they dangerous?
Incredibly.
Okay.
Like lions and tigers and bears.
A lot worse than that.
Like where lions and where tigers and where bears.
A lot closer to that. Yeah. Yeah.
That's pretty scary
Um,
stuff.
The denizens of the jungle move back in quite quickly.
Oh.
We also didn't build foolishly. We are not, necessarily a peaceful people, even though Melora teaches differently. We understand that you have to defend what's yours.
So there's going to be traps.
Yeah, you're probably going to run into a few.
We gotta go for that.
No real telling what's moved back into some of those things, if they have moved into them, and there's no telling what's still active inside of those buildings, if anything at all. Some of them might not even be stable. They may collapse on top of you. Some of them are very, very old. We would, like I said, never ask you to go into one. All we ask is that you deter the people who are heading there from there. If they have already gone in, we would greatly appreciate it if you could convince them to let go of whatever they found and to leave the place and not come back.
That seems perfectly reasonable and doable. So where do we need to go?
Well, I'll show you. And
You guys all in on this?
yeah. Says, all right, there you go. He marks on your map. He shows you it's in the north east part of the Cantrovian jungle. Up near where the jungle is still dense, but closer to the Blight Marshes where you all had flown earlier. He says it's kind of amazing. I'm not really sure how they're getting in here, considering our watchtower here should be able to see them. They have to be coming in somewhere before the watchtower and coming through the outermost edge of the jungle to skirt the tower itself, and coming in that way, because our scouts have seen them planning coming back and forth through the jungle, making a route. We are pretty sure they will be there in a few days. I can point you in a direction that will get you there in just about the same amount of time, with hopefully little resistance on your way through.
Okay.
Sounds doable.
So it should only take you 2.5 days to get there. Head northeast through the jungle. Start by heading straight east this direction. He points you out on the map and gives you really good directions on how to get here. The scouts have been to this place a couple of times, but no one's been able to get in. They have now found out that someone has in fact started making their way there from a different route from outside of the jungle into the jungle. He says you have to understand that the jungle isn't a safe place. Be on your guard. We live peacefully here, but that doesn't mean that the jungle will live peacefully with you. Good luck.
Hey, thanks.
And thank you.
Yeah, I mean, this is of importance.
I'll keep an eye out for your ship.
Thanks, Cave.
Alright, gang. Easy 10-minute adventure, in and out.
Yep.
Just a couple days there, a couple days back. Should be no problem.
The gang stopped some relic hunters.
So you... oh, yeah.
And I'm not gonna get hit with a trap.
I mean, as long as you don't go running headlong into something, you'll probably be alright. Probably. Probably. So you all are geared up and you all get ready to make your way out. Is there anything else you all want to do? Are you going to head out this evening, this night, or are you heading out the next day?
Well, I mean, that depends on the route and the time, like the timing.
They said like even the path there was fairly dangerous, so I would suggest heading out in the morning.
It's true. We don't want to be stuck out at night any more than we have to. I think you've got a point.
Okay.
All right.
So you all could make your way back to that same inn you were at if you'd like.
Sounds.
Sounds
It's all right.
Yeah, those 5 silver pieces for the stay, 2 silver pieces for a meal, should you all choose to have both.
Yeah.
And you all sleep again, and yet again, you have the same violent dreams. The flashing, the quick images, it all feels like it's thrashing you in your sleep. It feels like your brain is being tossed about, almost like a ship on a stormy ocean. And it's hard to sleep this night. You all do manage to get a full 8 hours, and none of you take any exhaustion or anything like that, but you do begin to wonder as you wake up how many nights of that you can take.
At least 2 to 2.5 more.
At least. And that's where we'll end for the night.